All right, guys, we're live. What's up, Greeno?
What's going on, man?
That same shit, different day.
Wednesday.
Yep.
We got Laz back in.
What's up, fellas?
What's going on, brother?
Oh, not much, man. Just turned 51.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, buddy.
What's up, Greeno?
what's going on, man?
Uh-oh.
Somebody's Wednesday. Somebody's looping. We got Laz back in.
Wait,
What's
is
up,
that me?
fellas?
No, it's not me.
Oh,
Is
not
it
much,
me?
man. Just turned 51. Yeah, buddy.
Whoever's got YouTube up might want to close it.
Oh wait.
Somebody's,
Oh, that is me. That is me.
See, that's what happens when you turn 51, man.
Oh, shit.
What's up?
All right.
You good?
We quiet now? Yeah, we're good.
Yeah.
All right.
It's never a show without technical issues.
That's funny.
That's part of the fun of it, man.
Hell
So,
yeah.
bro, I got to go on a bit of a bitch kick at the beginning of this episode, man.
Uh-oh. What's up?
Are you having, I don't know if you're ordering new shit lately. Are you having any trouble getting anything? Any of you?
I'm ordering from like 2 places. That's it.
Yeah, I think the only order, like mail orders I've done lately has been from Amazon. And I haven't any problems there. I haven't been to Hell's Headbangers for a while. But just Amazon for me, and it's been fine. Why? What's up?
I mean, just like that Maiden album, I can't find that thing anywhere. The new live album on vinyl.
The Live in Mexico?
Yeah. And it's crazy. Like if you go on Amazon right now, like the cheapest one on there is like $80 from a secondhand seller.
Wow.
Wow. Yeah, mine's black. It's not the tricolored one. It's straight black vinyl. And I pre-ordered it on Amazon before it released. And it actually shipped earlier than it was supposed to. And it came in like no problem. But I did notice I went on because then I start seeing, the tricolored versions. I'm like, oh, let me see if that's on there. And so I go on there and the black one I pre-ordered was already out of stock or whatever.
Yeah, it hasn't been back since.
And I thought that was kind of odd for, Maiden. I mean, come on, there's got to be
That's what I mean.
40,000 copies of that thing,
I pre-ordered 2 for the store. We never got them. I pre-ordered 2 of this limited one for the shop.
Yeah.
Never got it. I ordered this on Amazon.
Huh.
We only got the regular 2-disc set, which is fine. I mean, I can still get them, and they've been selling every time I get them. It's weird for a Maiden live album of all things.
Is this some kind of limited thing? I mean,
I didn't think so. I knew the colored vinyl was. The only reason I knew that was because of Vance. Zepper.
Yeah. His was Walmart or something, he said?
Yeah, he got the Walmart one, right? And I noticed his was colored vinyl. So I was like, fuck it. I'll just go on to Walmart.com like I did for I think the AC/DC last album, the new album was the red vinyl only at Walmart or something. And I ordered that online. So I was like, all right, fuck it. I'll just order the Maiden online. I can't even find it on their website.
wow.
Okay, so here's the black one.
Yeah.
17 tracks. And yeah, I don't see anything on here about limited edition.
No, I didn't think so. That just tells me like the press, either the record companies or the pressing plants are just doing limited pressings right now. I mean, I'm sure. Don't get me wrong. I'm sure I'll see that Maiden again. Like I'm sure it'll be restocked at some point. But it's going on, I think, a month that album's been out now?
About that, yeah.
And we have yet to see our distributor even got any.
Oh, shit. Wow.
It's crazy.
That's weird. I haven't heard that anywhere else. Like, how come I can't find this album? But not that.
Well, it's Maiden, and then there was the one other record. Of course, I forgot. It wasn't, not that the Maiden's that important. It's a live record, and I have the box, but I figured I got every other
It's not a
fucking
beat
Maiden.
or something.
But it was just like, damn. Because that's what Greeno had initially thought it was a boot, right?
I'm not keeping up. I'm not buying new stuff anymore. So it was like wow, everybody picking this boot up. And I was looking at it, I was like, man, that's a shitty boot cover, man. And then come find out, it's like, oh, it's another live album. Okay.
Yeah, and I was the same way till I saw the track listing on it. And I know I've heard those songs live a million times before.
Mhm.
But the way the track listing was, I'm like, yo, that's a fucking killer set to listen to straight.
Is it mostly older stuff or a mix?
Yeah, it's everything, man, from
Here, I'll show you.
Maiden to Book of Souls, and it's the Legacy of the Beast tour. And
I don't know if you can see that, Greeno, but it's got Aces High, Where Eagles Dare, 2 minutes, Klansman, Trooper, Revelations, Greater Good of God, Wicker Man, which is fucking one of my all-time Bruce Dickinson Maiden tracks.
So it's pretty much all over the place, huh?
yeah,
Sign of the Cross, and that's why I liked it, because
the cross on that is awesome.
Cool.
Now, is there a DVD in that too?
No, I thought like the limited one would have had something, but there was nothing. Matter of fact, there's no even separate DVD or Blu-ray. They just decided to pull from that one section, one leg of the tour, which was like, I think over 3 or 4 days.
Now, isn't that the second live album now from the last studio?
Yeah, but the last live album was mostly, from what I remember, I lose track with the Maiden live records, but I think the last live album concentrated more on the newer stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
Basically the shit that they hadn't played a lot live in years prior, right?
So here's the last official live before this one, which is from the Book of Souls tour, and it's got some classics on there. Wasted Years, Under the Beast, Fear of the Dark.
This is like, they opened with. Wait, did I see from Here to Eternity on that?
No, Eternity Should Fail is what you saw.
That's what I saw. All right.
Yeah.
Because see, I don't have that live record, but that's a good companion to this one, I guess.
Yeah, they're actually very similar. It's a trifold gatefold, so it opens up 3 wide, and you got the 3 LPs, one slips in the middle. It's basically the same style packaging.
Once I think Vance showed his on the video, maybe. Is that Pearl Vance? I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, he posted his on Facebook and on video, I think.
Yeah, okay. Because I think that's what made me was like, all right, fuck it, I gotta find that. That looks too cool.
But I was just wondering, because it seems like they've broke their pattern. Because don't they do studio live? Live.
With the pandemic and everything, I really think they were. There's been rumors that they have a studio album done already.
That's what I was going to bring up, because I've heard that months ago.
Yeah, I just think that it's the wrong. I think they feel it's the wrong time to put the studio album out just because of what's going. They can't tour, they can't do anything right now. So I would imagine. I don't know, man. I'll give everything like the next 6 months before people start getting the vaccine and shit, if they get it.
Yeah,
I'm
definitely getting it. I don't give a fuck because I'm tired of sitting around.
My wife might get it actually as early as next week.
That's awesome.
Because she works in the medical field at the hospital. So
yeah, like my cousin, she'll get it probably next week. She's a nurse. She's she's in the front lines doing all that shit now.
Yeah,
not around here. Like she works at the hospital right up the street here. But even like the last outbreak in April, that hospital didn't get too bad, but they ended up sending her all over the city, man. And they like trained her. And then she got a break this summer because everything was out west and south. Now it's starting to pick up here again. So I have a feeling they're going to be sending her all over again.
Yeah. Are they talking about shutting you guys back down again, stay at home and all that?
This time around, it's more so the restaurants and bars because people aren't staying home. People are just packing these restaurants and bars around here, and you go in there and it's like, I get it, but there's still people. You're still in a bar with like 30 other people with no mask on. It doesn't make any sense. So I think what's going to happen is They're going to shut these guys down within the next couple weeks. And then us, though, small businesses other than the restaurants can have like a 20% capacity.
Yeah.
I was
Okay, so that's pretty similar to here.
Yeah, I was telling Greeno, the only time we get 20% capacity is record store day because we can fit like 100 and 150 people in the store. So we never have 30 people in the store at any given time, any normal time anyway. So
On a Wednesday, you don't have 20 people.
yeah, right. So it's like it's not going to affect us now. You know, like there's those Saturdays, it might, and then we just have to count heads. That's all. But you know, we got 2 weeks left before the holidays. I really do think that that's what they're waiting on around here before they do shut everything down. And even Dave and I talked after the January 1st. If they want to shut it down, we'll close for 2 weeks because we'll need a break anyway.
Vacation time.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully the vaccine stuff works. I didn't see where they were talking about if you have if you're allergic to anything, don't take the Pfizer vaccine.
Yeah, that's the only, you know, if I would say if anybody's on the fence about getting a vaccine right now, wait for the Moderna one. Because it's one shot and it doesn't have the virus. I've been doing a lot of research on this. Reno knows I'm a fucking political guy, so I've been doing a lot of research on all these fucking different vaccines. And right now, the Moderna one does not have any of the virus in it. You know, like when you get a flu virus, it has.
Yeah, you're getting a little dose of the flu. Yeah,
and that's with the one that they just. The one that they just approved,
right?
Pfizer has the virus in it, and you have to get 2 shots. So now after the first shot, are people going to go back for the second shot? You know, maybe not. But the Moderna one, it's 100%. I mean, I don't know if we can be able to tell once we get it available to us if which one we're getting, but that's the one I'm shooting for.
Yeah. And I wonder how long, like after you get it, are you considered like, you know, then safe? I mean, is it like a couple days or a week or?
Yeah, I would imagine it's like any other incubate. Well, I mean, what I've read is it's any other incubation period. You know, 7 days. That's with the always the Pfizer one because it has the virus in it, so you could get sick.
Wow!
But if you do get sick, you won't get. You know, you'll get like a day of coughing or a cold or something because you have to. But it's 98% effective right now, and that's for the last 6 months trial. You know, 6-month trial of the first one anyway. So
yeah, that'd be kind of odd. So like you get the shot with the virus in it. So then you got to like go quarantine for a day.
I don't.
Now you can spread it, right?
I don't think so. I think because it's a micro dose of it, so it's basically you're not affected. You can't affect anybody else. But it basically, like the flu, like if you get a flu shot and you get the flu, to you it'll feel like a cold or something. That's what they say. You know, to me it's a fucking cold. How can they tell? Oh, well, you probably since you got the flu shot, it wasn't the flu, it was a cold. You know what I mean? So if I didn't get the flu shot, I would have had the flu for the last week instead of a cold. I find that really hard to believe.
Yeah.
But I've gotten 2 flu shots over I'll be 50 this year coming. I've gotten 2 flu shots, and both times I got the flu and I had to go to the hospital to get IV. I've never gotten a flu shot again.
Yeah, I've never gotten any of that stuff.
But I would take this.
I had a guy I worked with, doctor. He was probably mid-50s. His doctor talked him into getting the pneumonia shot. You're of that age, you should get it. He's like, all right, whatever. Went and got it. Got pneumonia, heart issues, ended up with a pacemaker, and now he can't work.
Oh,
so I'm like,
I'll pass.
Note to self, fuck off. I ain't doing that shit.
Yeah, I'm not either, man. I mean, like something like that. like this thing, I want everybody to take a vaccine if they're comfortable taking it. You know what I mean? Like I know you get a lot of knucklehead saying, "Oh, Bill Gates is they want to put microchips in us, and that's how they're gonna." Those people need to go take a shit somewhere. So,
Yeah.
if you're on the fence of getting it, just research the different brands, the different companies. Like I said, Moderna to me seems like the safest bet of not getting anything as far as an illness goes. And it's 90 as of Friday, it was 97% effective. So just, like if anybody's on the fence that hears this, if you're on the fence, just research. It's not the the poison shot from the government that's going to make us all of our balls fall off in a year from now. So.
All right, so we got Rodney and
I got let me go up here, man. Let's see.
Fitzy's in here tonight. What's going on, fellas?
There's Vance. What's up?
Hey, Vance, what's up? But hey, thanks for the B-Day. Yeah, this one was tough, man. 51. I don't know. I feel old.
Wouldn't you have a tougher time with 50 than 51? Like I had a tougher time I had like 50 coming up. Like 51, I'll be like, fuck it.
No, because when I turned 50, I don't know, man. I was still thinking, that year went so fast. I was still 49. I just mentally, I'm 49. In fact, first part of this year, I kept telling my wife, God, I can't believe I'm going to be 50 this year. And she's like, honey, I hate to tell you, but you already are, So the realization of it came this year. So
what the hell's a smoky pop? Oh, all right, gotcha. It's like, what the hell's a smoky pops?
He doesn't buy his own anymore, so he has to smoke all mine. Where is he? I know he's lurking somewhere around here.
That's hilarious.
That's how he's probably on his Xbox already.
Yeah, 50 kind of fucked with me. 40s I didn't have any trouble with. 30s.
Nah, me neither.
The 50s were like, wow, 50, man.
Yeah.
I'm officially kind of old. But
half over.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh shit. Who the hell would want to hit 100?
Not the way everything's going. All right, man.
There he is.
What's up, brother?
He's got a bald-headed wife beater on. With his pants open. Like father. Like that. Hey, you never know when a blowy breaks out. Yep.
All right, so we kind of topic tonight is best ofs. And by that, it is bigger bands, popular bands that you may dig, and they have a big catalog or whatever, but you really don't need all these records. You just need a best of. And this might get a little controversial, I have a feeling.
Oh, I have no doubt.
Because you hear my picks.
Just when you told me the subject, and you said, so start thinking now, man, dude, as I started thinking about it, it got controversial. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I'm like, oh, shit. So I started looking at it as like, I chose some stuff that I looked at it as like the normal Joe, this would be good for them, but if you're a hardcore fan, absolutely not, I mean,
right.
It's kind of it's a cool subject. It's a cool subject.
But I think it kind of shows where we all fall, and everybody in the chat, man, who's watching, feel free to throw some in. So it's like, it's not saying, I hate that band, but it's just like, hey, man, this is all I need. All I need is their hits. I don't need 20 albums.
Mm-hmm.
I just need the hits. And whereas, somebody else is going to be like, every album's a classic, So,
I can't wait to piss somebody. I know I'm going to piss somebody off. I can't wait.
Oh, hell yeah.
I made the list already, man.
So,
and then again, I'm sure there's stuff that we all three of us probably have on the list, the same bands or something,
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. So, how do you guys want to do this? You want to hang on? Deep tease that topic. We'll do it here in a minute. Show some new stuff. What's been spinning.
Yeah, we could. Whatever you guys want to do, man.
If you want to do that first, real quick. What do you got going on, Laz? Anything new or?
Not a ton.
I was gonna say I can't imagine you've bought any records.
Yeah, I mean, this is one that I actually just pulled to spin. This isn't new, but it's an album, man. I always go over it in the collection because I'm like, I really don't like this album, but I can't get rid of it. And I've been saying that for years, and I'm like, I'm actually going to spin this sumbitch today.
Sweet.
I can't live without your loving affection.
I know somebody loves that album.
And you know what?
Stop.
Okay, some of this stuff I think I posted on Facebook, but no one in the video's seen it probably. But this is speaking of boots.
Oh, dude.
That's killer, dude. I have a copy of that.
Yeah, dude, this sounds, what I love about this is it is so bass heavy, but it's that arena bass sound.
Yeah.
That literally, unlike a soundboard recording or an audience recording from like the Pocket or something, it literally sounds like you're standing in the arena listening to it.
Right on.
It's like, if you close your eyes, you're freaking there, man.
Now that's from the video, right?
That's just from 86.
Yeah, this Live in Philly 86.
Oh, I got them confused. Because they also put out the audio of that video, if I remember right. Somebody did.
That one's on white vinyl. And then this I did just pick up. This is Defenders of the Realm by Enchanter. And this is just, man, this is killer. This is classic. This is the first album and then some more cuts added to it. But it's that kind of late 80s, but the beginning of that epic metal sound. So glad to grab that. That was actually a in record store pickup.
All right.
Got another Loudness 12E in the mail.
So is that the
Let It Go
album? Yeah.
So there's not many things by Loudness I'm missing now, but this I picked up a while back. Sacred Child.
Cool.
Oh yeah.
It's on Target.
Dude, I had that Dio thing sitting right here, but like, oh, I'll just grab it. I know exactly where there it is. Fucking punk.
This was a freaking nice find, man. This is the first pressing of Psycho Circus.
Wow, that's cool.
With
lenticular
the cover, yeah.
Yeah.
And I think this was like $14.99 or something. So I snagged that because
Did they repress that without the lenticular?
Yeah.
Oh, they have. Huh?
Really? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Now that was part of the reissues that 3 or 4 years ago.
10 years ago, bro.
Nah.
Yeah.
Christ.
Well,
Yeah.
maybe not quite 10, but probably about 8.
Yeah, this was, let me see.
I thought they did those in 2016.
2014.
14. All right.
6 years.
6 years.
So
Jesus.
what's the difference?
Yeah.
And then this is a reissue.
Holy shit.
Oh yeah, I have a real one. But
Dude, they're just reissuing everything, man.
I want to hear the second album on vinyl.
Yeah, I've never. Did that come out on vinyl?
I don't think so, but I'm sure if they reissued that, the second one might pop up at some point.
Was that a record store day thing or something?
No, it was just in the bin, man.
Wow.
It's on red and yellow explosion vinyl.
What label?
Real Gone Music.
Oh wow!
And where's my damn count? There it is. So Real Gone Music, and then what's cool about it is they actually kept. It's limited to 700 copies, which isn't actually a lot nowadays, but they kept the Rampage labels.
Oh, cool.
Wow.
On it, which is cool. But yeah, and it was cheap too, man. It was like $19.99 or
Who
something.
thought 10 freaking years ago that they would have reissued that?
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
just like crazy shit getting reissued, man.
That's why when I saw it, man, at first I thought it was an original still in shrink.
Yeah.
yeah.
So I was like, oh, and then I saw it was a reissue, and I'm like, no shit, I'm gonna get it anyway,
Yeah, hell yeah, man.
This is a reissue, but this is the one Thin Lizzy album that I really wanted
Mhm.
a brand new copy of. So Johnny the Fox. And then this I kept just for you guys because this is funny. This was an eBay purchase. This is still sealed.
Right on.
X-Ray.
Yeah.
right? Japanese, still sealed, which we're going to take care of right now real quick. But this was, dude, I think I paid like $8.99 for this or something. But look, the dude had a price tag on it.
Holy shit.
I'm like, no way. There's no freaking way you would ever get $75 for this album.
Maybe that's Canadian.
But still.
It's like 75 yen. It's like $7.50.
There you go. That I'd believe.
7.5 yen, I guess it would be.
I've got a couple like that though. They're just like, I know I paid $5 or $10 for, and somebody had like, 50 or $60 on it.
I like when I go into other people's record stores and see a fucking Madonna EP for $45. Just hold it up and laugh.
So there we go. Getting oxygen for the first time.
Right on. Any good bonus stuff in it?
Insert. And
no poster or anything?
no,
Cool.
no poster. So cool. Now I'll spin it. But yeah, so there you go. Just a smaller stack. There's other stuff that I've already filed it or whatever, but
Right on. Well, you got George.
Well, I got the Dio like Laz.
yeah. Is yours on white?
Yeah, white vinyl.
What is that on? Back on black? I can't remember.
Ear, Eagle Rock. Ear and that EAR music and Eagle Rock.
Okay.
This one's numbered.
Yeah. What's your number?
2186 of 2500.
2186?
Yeah,
I got 2179.
that's pretty fucking close.
That's seven copies apart.
That's
What's-
wild.
What's the year that come out?
Just came
Last
out
year. This year.
last week,
It just come out?
2 weeks ago, and then this one came out last week. The Live in London.
Oh, that one's sitting in my shopping cart, man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this one's not. This one's just black vinyl, and it's not numbered.
All right, hold on. I'll be back.
He was like, that's it. Fuck this.
The only reason I got these, man, I sold my originals for like big money like 3 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I needed the cash. So I was like, oh, they're reissuing them? Dude, they're going to reissue everything at this point. So
Yeah. Yep. Well, they started off with like, getting all the old bands back together and pumping out a new album or two.
yeah, right.
And then they go back and, start cranking out some boots of shows that were never pressed.
Yeah.
Now they're okay, we're running out of shit. So now we're going to just start repressing,
Well, as long as they keep it cheap and I don't have it, I'll buy it. You know what I mean? There you go. That's the original one. Or is that your?
This is 2013.
Is it
Well, that's
not?
the copyright
That's
on
the
it.
original one, though.
Yeah.
And that's pull me up.
Hold on.
See if it looks the same as yours.
Yeah, the barcode. No, the barcode's totally in a different spot too. Oh, wait, maybe not.
It's different. I'll show you mine. That's the original press,
Okay.
and then see this one's totally different.
Oh yeah. So they reissued. Okay, that's cool.
Yeah. So like I said, this one came out 2 Fridays ago, like a week and a half ago,
Mhm.
and then this one came out this past Friday.
I have that one too, but I don't know where it's at.
Now this one's not numbered, and it's just black vinyl.
Got you.
And then I also pre-ordered at work. They're doing that ZZ Top
Ah, yeah.
live. Oh fuck yeah! Live 1980 Blu-ray and DVD that came out like 10 years ago. They're pressing that on vinyl as well. I think it was
Cool.
out on vinyl before, but now that's one of those big money ones. So Eagles just repressing it like they did the same exact thing as the Dios, where they're not. I thought the price is on. I got the Sacred Heart one for $17.99.
Yeah, it wasn't bad at all.
Yeah, and this one was $20.99. So
Now, were they going for prices before, or like for?
what do you mean?
Were they going for big money before those got reissued?
The original pressings were, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, like that Sacred Heart one you got, probably I would say, if I remember correctly, it's around 100 maybe.
Wow.
Same with this one, if I'm not mistaken. I mean, they might drop a little bit now because these reissues are out, but usually they don't.
Right.
They don't drop.
I didn't know that.
And then my album of the week so far is the new Wild Hearts record.
Oh, I saw you post that. That's killer.
30-year itch double live album.
How's it sound?
Fucking amazing, dude. This is probably the best sounding Wild Hearts live album. They've done others in the past, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But this one's like really sonically, it's heavy as shit and it's loud and in your face. It's cool. But if you ordered it through the band, you got this leftover CD that didn't make the album. So
wow.
it's like
Nice
yeah,
bonus.
it's for basically like another live EP of tracks that didn't make the record or couldn't fit on the record
My
anyway.
baby
Oh,
is
that's cool.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, and I think from what I understand now, they're doing like a limited yellow vinyl pressing here in the States of this. This is black vinyl. So you should be able to get either one next Friday or this Friday. It's usually a week behind. So I think it's either this Friday or next Friday here in the States is coming out. So
Cool.
and then the CDs, the Digipack.
Got Chromium Dioxide in here. What's up, brother? John. Bit Bop Boom.
Amazon the green has the Greeno one for 75. I guess that's the Dio.
Yeah.
Vans.
Yeah, I think that's what he meant.
So that's what they're going for around. But like that so since you saw it on Amazon and it's 25, I bet you could probably find it for 50 or so on eBay or Discogs maybe. Because if I see shit on Amazon, forget it.
Fucking Aaron.
Oh, he's a shit stir. Hey, he might have missed that album you were showing earlier. You might want to show it again, last.
Which one?
The first one.
Oh, his favorite one.
Oh, yeah.
Rodney said he didn't know about that Dio. He just now ordered it.
Yes.
We're glad to help your wallet, brother.
Yeah.
Yeah, someone sent me a message and said that Aaron was looking for this, and so I wanted to show it because I came across it for him. So there you go, Aaron.
I can't live without your love and affection.
Wow. I had no idea you could sing like that, brother.
Thanks, man. My wife calls me the songbird of our generation.
Such a liar.
I know. You should hear me sing bad for her. You thought that was bad. I do it on purpose. Well, somewhat.
You got anything else, man?
No, that was I've just been enjoying that, and the still the new AC/DC. I spin that a couple times a week still in my car, but dude, I still can't stop listening to fucking Van Halen, dude. It's weird.
Really?
This is how bad it is, dude. Remember all that bullshit I talked about Sammy Hagar Van Halen like 3 weeks ago?
Oh no. Seriously?
Dude, yeah, because I forgot. I remember listening to the For Unlawful Carnal Knowledge record pretty solidly when it first came out. But it was one of those albums to me now, like, I don't remember what's on that album. Like, if you told me Pound Cake was on that album, I'd be like, oh, it is? Because they all run together for some reason to me.
Yeah.
Except for the first one, 5150. That one's kind of standalone, but after that, yeah, I think I agree with you. I think it all kind of.
Yeah, and I'm not taking any, like, finish what you started was great, I thought, but it all blends together because I wasn't that enamored with that version of Van Halen.
Right.
So, dude, I was like listening to Van Halen at work. So somebody brought in a used copy of For Unlawful Carnal Knowledge on CD. So I'm like, I got to hear Pound Cake because that seriously is my favorite Van Halen track with Hagar.
Yeah.
And I just can't let it spin. I'm like, holy fuck, man. I forgot how good this album was. So I've been playing fucking the Fuck album in my car for like the last 3 days.
That's awesome. Hey, you see Bit Bop Boom there at the bottom?
Of course he did.
Look what you did to Rodney.
Hey, Rod, that's wait, didn't Rodney just buy them Dio?
Yeah.
Well, that's what you get. That's our payback. That's our finder's fee. You gotta get Nelson stuck in your head now.
Apparently that freaking record's pretty rare, come to find out too, I guess.
That Nelson album?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, because a lot of people threw it out when they first bought it.
Well, actually, man, what isn't kind of rare and hard to find metal wise, hard rock wise anymore? 80s wise.
Yeah, I
Quiet Riot, Mental Health, or Twisted Sister, Stay Hungry.
Are you still seeing a lot of those?
Dude, every time we get a pile of like classic rock or something like that, those two records are always in it.
Really?
Yeah, it's great.
What do you sell them for each time?
$8.90, $7.98. I mean,
Huh.
If they're in really good shape or have the shrink or something like that, then maybe $8.98. But we always give people 15% off. As soon as you walk in the door, you get 15% off the white.
You know what's crazy, man? I actually need a copy of Stay Hungry.
Really?
Yeah, that is one that I always forget about. And
well, maybe George can hook you up.
Yeah, let me check where.
Not have a Stay Hungry.
Well, I got like 4 things.
Cool.
Real quick. Got this in from Scott. Scott's label. The reissue, taken by storm. I've never heard this. It's killer, man. It's like 93 or something. I'd never heard this. So,
now, is that one before?
This one's after. What's the first full length?
Yeah, I got it here.
Something about speed.
What's that?
Isn't it something about speed or some shit? I don't know.
I can't remember.
Mind Slave.
No, that's newer. That's newer. That's like 2012 or 13 or 19 or something like that.
2018, actually.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Fucking Greeno said every date but that one.
That's how my life works, man. That's how my life works.
He's like, I don't know, it's like 2009, 10, 11, 12, 19. Nah, it's 18. All right, cool.
Now you know why I don't buy lottery tickets.
Yeah, you and me both, bro.
But yeah, this is killer, man. Scott did a killer job with this. I grabbed this and one other one. I don't have it in here. I haven't spun the other one yet. I'll show it. Grab this, man. Headhunter.
Oh, I got that on disc.
Really? It's pretty cool, man. What they're from Switzerland.
Now, is that a new press or is that a reissue?
Yeah, it's a reissue from I can't remember the name of the Cargo Records. Bellophone. But
I'm sorry, what was it? Does that say Cargo at the bottom on that?
Cargo, Bellophone.
Oh, it is Cargo. All right,
Yeah.
I should be able to get that.
But I guess this originally came out in '85. This was their only album. Man, it has kind of a little bit of an accept sound to it, like a mid '80s accept without Udo's kind of vocals. But I kind of dig this, man. I'd never heard this before.
Twin guitar.
Yeah, that was one of those.
No, don't think so.
One of those records that I saw on CD, like at a record show years and years ago, and thought it might have. At this point, it probably was a bootleg, but it sounded fine. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean it's.
But I'll have to check that out for sure.
Then I found a new heavy 70s edition to the collection. And check out this cover, man. This is what kind of caught me on it. It's Shaggy, Lessons for Beginners. What the fuck is going on here?
I didn't know you liked rap.
But look, there's UFOs. There's a naked chick with a noose.
Oh, yeah, there is.
Is that a naked chick with a bass? The hell is that?
Nah, that's like
here's
some
the
hippie
naked
looking
chick.
dude with that bass.
Yeah.
He just has a nice flowing shirt on.
And it's like they're all cut off at the knees.
Maybe they're all
Dude,
like in quicksand or something?
I don't know, man. There's so much shit going on here. I mean, look at the UFOs coming in.
It's
just it's fucking crazy.
What's on the back?
Oh shit, they're dudes.
It's a Dracula.
Yo, it's fucking. That looks like Blackula, except it's white face. It's a
pretty,
what?
Huh?
It's a white face Blackula.
It's pretty good though, man. It's like they come out in '76. They were from Sweden, I think. But pretty cool, man. Interesting.
What's it sound like?
It's just hard rock. It's not bluesy, really bluesy, and it's not like extremely heavy. It's just kind of cool, hard.
Got you.
A little progressive, maybe a little bit of organ stuff here and there. I got one boot, and this is volume 2. I need to find volume 1.
Oh, I hate that shit.
Yeah.
Start with the second one.
This is at the BBC Friday Rock Show. This is fucking awesome, man.
Oh shit! I saw that. I did see that.
Raven, Girl School, Diamond Head, Sweet Savage.
Fuck yeah, that's badass.
It's a two LP set.
When the fuck did that come out?
That's new, isn't it?
I guess, man. It just kind of. I mean,
was that did I see that on Rockadrome?
Yeah.
Right,
and they had one and it sold out, and I went there after it was sold out, and I'm like, God damn, I didn't even see that. I would love to have that. And then like a week later, one more popped up, so I was lucky enough to grab it. But here's all the shit on it.
Hold on.
Yeah,
this thing sounds fantastic, man.
Oh, and multiple tracks too. So
yeah,
by the band. Okay, so it's not
nice gatefold. And here's volume 1.
Dude, is that on that Vern label?
No.
Okay. Saxon Tigers, Angelwood. Oh, dude, I gotta find those, man.
Yeah, this thing is awesome. If you come across volume 1, let me know, or just buy 2 off the bat, and I'll buy it off of you.
You got it.
Because I had no idea. I had no idea about this thing, man. It was like I said, I thought I missed out on that first one, and then this one popped back up. And
so what's the actual title of it? Just new album? That's
yeah, but I guess this stuff here.
At the Docks, Friday Rock Show radio session. So probably radio sessions. Okay.
Yeah, the BBC Friday Rock show. And like I said, man, it's like I'd love to find volume 1.
I forgot to show this. Vance showed this with us about I don't know, last time he was on, maybe that.
Oh hell yeah, man!
On Vern.
Yeah.
Because I got this one the week before.
Mm-hmm.
This sounds killer, by the way.
I think I grabbed both of those too from Rockadrome.
Cool.
Their shit goes so quick, man. They don't get many in.
I know.
It's like you don't.
The other play, Hell's Headbangers, dried up on the bootleg front. So.
Yeah, they're the same deal. They get 1 or 2 in, and that's it.
Now it's like we have to beat each other to.
Yeah.
Yeah, with Headbangers, you gotta look like every Wednesday morning and Friday morning, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Catch them.
Yeah. I'm at work. I usually try and check a couple times. I work every day, man.
While I'm thinking about it, for Aaron, do you know this album? Or do you have this album? Enchanter, Defender of the Realms. If you don't, I recommend this one to you, bro. Check it out. You can listen to it on YouTube. That's up your alley, I think. Okay.
Hey, Aaron, are you still looking for Creatures of the Night? George,
which one?
He just wants a copy of one, I think.
You don't want the one with Vinny on it, do you?
You got any of those at the shop?
I wish I had more of those. Man. He said new to him. I think the record you held up last, he said it was new to him. He also, if I remember correctly, he said he never saw that Shaggy LP before too.
Oh yeah, I'd never heard of it, man. It just kind of popped up, and actually, Rockadrome had it too. That's not where I got it, but
yeah, I was gonna say it looked familiar when I saw it because I go to Rockadrome maybe once every couple weeks just to see.
Yeah,
this time of year I don't really, I don't buy too much except for the kids. But
is it Rockadrome or Millions of Records that's primarily reggae? Which one is that?
Millions of Records.
Millions, yeah. Okay, I get their emails all the time. They
get good shit in, but it's real sporadic when they get it in.
Yeah. All right, man. So, anything else? Everybody good?
New? I don't think so. I mean, I have some new stuff that I just haven't listened to quite yet. But I got that new best of Rory Gallagher on CD. I just got the double CD because the fucking vinyl on that was way too expensive.
Right. What's up, Eric? Sorry you couldn't join tonight. Get you in next show, hopefully.
Yes, that's about it. And I listened to the I've been listening to that fucking Wildflowers box set too, the Tom Petty thing.
That's cool. I grabbed this. Got a couple movies in. You guys ever seen this stuff?
Yeah.
I've had this in the carton on Amazon forever, and finally pulled the trigger.
I got now. See, you're gonna make me pull a couple movies I just watched.
I did get an old Bob Hope too, The Cat and the Canary from 1939. I love old Bob Hope movies.
Yeah. All right, hold up.
Hey, what was this? Because I was kind of out of it there for a bit. I caught all this people talking about like Walmart $15 vinyl or some crap.
Yeah, we all missed that shit.
Yeah, evidently they had it on sale for a day or a week or something. I don't know. I never look at vinyl at Walmart.
Yeah, like a couple friends of mine around here, like, yo, I picked up the new AC/DC at Walmart for $15. I'm like, you fucks, man.
Huh. Okay.
So here's Greeno. Here's what I watched this week so far. I'm on the movie kick right now. Like I said, I haven't been buying too much. So
Right on.
The Arrow, Weird
that's
Science,
cool.
fucking awesome. The documentary on here is awesome. This just came out within the last 6 months.
Sweet.
Have you guys seen this yet? Uncut Gems.
No.
Fucking awesome, dude.
Adam Sandler?
Yes.
Huh.
It's not a comedy.
What is it?
He's a jeweler, a high stakes fucking like a high. What do you call it? High price jeweler, I guess. And he has his clientele as a professional basketball player. I don't want to give too much away because it's so fucking all over the place. But anyway,
So it's kind of like a drama action.
yeah.
Film,
But he's like he owes all this people money, and he's like obsessed and addicted to gambling.
Uh-huh.
And it's like this manic 2-hour movie of like him going from one place to another to try to get this money for this guy, and then place bets on this because he has a short dude. It's so fucking good. I swear to God, it's almost like a Brian De Palma like 70s film.
Wow.
It's good, man.
That's new.
Yeah, and it was a Netflix only thing, but they released it on Blu-ray, obviously, and I got this like Black Friday for $7.99. That's the only reason I own.
I wonder how the fuck Adam Sandler fell into that, man. That's so unlike him.
Dude, Adam has a multi-movie contract with Netflix. Like, if you've noticed, all his movies have been just Netflix.
Yeah.
Now this one was not part of the contract that he did for Netflix, but I think it was the director that directed this. If that makes sense, the director signed it, whatever, to put the movie out on Netflix before they shot it, and then they hired Adam to be in the role because he's amazing in this.
Huh. Right on.
As a drama, yeah, it's good, man.
Eric said the same filmmaker did a movie called Good Times, which is also amazing.
I'll have to look into that.
That sounds familiar.
Have you guys, speaking of Netflix movies, have you heard of one called Mank? M-A-N-K?
Mm-mm.
I heard Kevin Smith on his podcast talking about it. It's like it's black and white and set back like during the making of Citizen Kane.
Oh shit!
And it's supposed to be, really awesome. I want to check it out this weekend. I think it's on Netflix.
I got 3 more for you.
What you got?
I picked up the Barnes and Noble's having that 50% off Criterion that they have every year.
Yeah.
Picked up The Irishman.
Oh, that's cool.
Nice. It's an easy film.
Isn't that like 4 hours, 5 hours long? Is that the one?
Yeah, but it's like one of those things. I told my wife, everybody I suggest that they should watch it because it really is a great movie. I mean, it's a great Scorsese film, but it is way long.
Mm-hmm.
But with Netflix, if you watch it on there, man, you know how you could stop it. You could just stop and then go back, and it'll pick up.
Yeah. Resume.
You can do that many times in this movie and not feel like you're cutting off anything. You know what I mean? Like it's almost like, all right, that was chapter 1. Let me
Right.
stop it here, and then I'll come back to it.
Cool.
You know? And then I got porno.
How was that?
Fucking awesome. It's the brand new.
How can it not be?
Well, yeah, Shudder put it out, but it's also, I think, the very first new film from Fangoria.
Okay.
But it's basically a story about these five or six people that work in this old style movie theater in the 80s. And
Cool.
It's got a soundtrack with it.
nah, I mean, there is like soundtrack stuff in it, but I don't think it's anybody we know.
Okay.
But it's like, because it's an independent thing, but so like basically the 5 kids are shutting down the movie theater for the night, and they get ready to lock the door, and this old crazy ass dude comes running in freaking out, and they're trying to like corral him and stuff, and he runs through a wall, and it opens up this whole another section of the movie theater that, you know, you come to find out it used to be an old porn theater. And it's a horror comedy, but it's fucking it for an independent film. The few gore scenes in it were fucking great. It was all practical, no CGI shit, and I thought it was fun.
Sounds like a cool premise, man.
Yeah, it was fun. And the last one, dude, I haven't seen this movie since it came out on VHS, and I've had it sitting in my cart forever, and I got a $5 off coupon, so I had to order it.
Is it? Oh, dude. I've been wanting to grab that too, man.
Fuck, dude, I watched it last night.
Yeah.
And it's, you know, it's a Meatball sequel, so it's not good, but
Right.
it's fucking awesome. You know what I'm saying? It's not a great film, but the whole feel of the movie does actually feel like the first Meatballs in some areas.
Right on.
You know, till the alien pops up.
Now, is that DVD?
Yeah, it's the only way, and it's a fucking one of those
Burns?
Yeah, those blue ones.
Yeah.
Whatever they're called, made on demand.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's a DVR.
Cool. Yeah, I got it in the cart too, but I'm like,
I know.
I'm hoping somebody will put it out on Blu-ray.
That's what I've been waiting to do, but it's been in my cart for like 2 years, and it's $17.99. It hasn't dropped at all.
Oh, right on, man.
I had a $5 coupon, so I was like, all right, for $12.99. Because, you know, I went online and tried to download it, and every time I've downloaded a rip of it, it was always like a shitty VHS copy, or it was a full screen copy. This is widescreen.
Yeah.
Which cool. I would have sent it back, I think, if I got it and put it in and it wasn't widescreen. I'd have been like, all right, I don't need this then, you know. But the biggest part to me, I was super happy that it was widescreen, man.
Oh yeah. Yeah, looks like Aaron just sent away for that, dude.
What's for what?
Enchanter.
Yeah. So yeah, I think, yo, Greeno, do you remember the name of the alien in Meatballs 2?
Dude, I haven't seen that maybe once when I was a kid. So that's why.
Here, I can even tell you, is Bill Murray in the second one?
I don't think so.
No.
But you know what'll fuck you up is when you watch it, you'll recognize all the kids in it. Like
really?
the main 5 kids, or maybe like 4 of them. You're like, oh, I fucking know that kid from some other movie back then, or I know that kid from a TV show.
Yeah.
Like the main guy in it is the Italian dude. He was the Italian guy in Caddyshack. One of the caddies, the guy that wanted the soda. Remember?
Yeah.
Yeah, no quarter, no soda. Or something.
Right. Yeah.
That guy's like the main, like,
okay.
guy in it. You know.
I got to get it, man. Like I say, I'm holding out, hoping it'll come out on Blu-ray.
Actually, that happened to me last night. I watched. I hadn't seen it in a long time. Is the first Die Hard, and I was like, "Holy shit, man!" The people that are in that, I was like, I don't remember all these actors that I now know being in that movie. You know, you had the principal from Breakfast Club, one of the brothers from the Goonies. What's his name that just recently died that played Snape in Harry Potter's the main bad guy. And I was just like, every other scene, I'm like, fuck, I know that guy.
Well, it's like Meatballs too, man. Fucking Paul Rubens is the bus driver. Fucking Pee Wee Herman.
Yeah.
And he's in the movie like on and off. He's fucking awesome in it.
That's killer.
John Larroquette's in it. From Night Court.
It's cool watching old movies when you spot people that went on to be huge, but they're like nothing in the movie. You know what I mean?
Well, I'll tell you what. There's one scene in Meatballs 2 that I was like, yeah, this wouldn't fly today. It's a scene where, because if you remember, I didn't remember the premise of the movie, but the premise of the movie is on one side of the lake is all the kids that, you know, with the alien, and on the other side of the lake is the fucking military school kids, right?
Mm-hmm.
And John Larroquette works for the head of the military, with the captain or the sergeant or whatever. And John Larroquette in the movie is gay, but nobody knows he's gay. And every now and then he'll lisp, and the sergeant will go, "Did I hear a lisp? Where did I?" At the beginning of the movie, dude, they're watching the kids come in to the military camp, and Larroquette's standing behind the captain, and he's eyeing up the little kids, man, and he's like, "Ooh, like this."
Oh, Jesus.
Holy fuck, this could not fly today, man. They could not get away with like a dude looking at a bunch of 12-year-olds getting all fucking over it, you know.
Humor is not allowed today.
Maybe that's why it hasn't been on Blu-ray yet. They're like, yeah, either we have to cut that little scene out, or we're just gonna burn on demand and put it
right.
But it's it's funny, man. Like it's it's pretty. It's it's not a great movie. It's not terrible either, but it's so good to me that it just brings back a lot of fucking nostalgia.
Right. Yeah, I got
the alien. The alien's name was Meathead, by the way.
All right, man. We're almost an hour into this. Why don't we get into the main topic here?
Chris Makepeace. Oh yeah, that kid. I don't know what happened to him, man. My Bodyguard's one of my favorite movies too. Remember that one?
My Bodyguard, yeah.
Yeah, that's been a while.
Buddy Hinton. Was that the Buddy Hinton one?
3 o'clock.
That was 3 o'clock high, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That's another one of my faves. All right, cool. We got to get into this fucking best of gig.
Yeah.
I'm about to piss a lot of people off.
All right, so if you're just now joining, we're an hour in. So topic is bands that you only need a best of from, that you in particular. So popular bands, big bands that have a larger catalog that you dig, but you don't need all their shit. You just need a best of, because the rest of their shit is just filler to you. So
whoa, hold on. Now you're getting really technical now, see.
Lance is starting to change the fucking rules already. Here's where we're gonna have a problem. We're like fucking 30 seconds into the Greeno speech, and fucking Laz is like, "Whoa, wait, hold on,
I'm out.
Well, Greeno told me, yeah, man, and the subject will be bands with a lot of albums, but
you only need a best of.
Yeah, you only need a best of. Now he's like, but the rest of the catalog you consider filler, you know?
Right. Well,
whoa. I don't know if I call their other shit filler.
Already knows one of mine because we talked about it this morning.
I already know one of yours too.
Yeah, I told him. I was like, yours gonna beat me to this band.
Am I wrong?
Nah, that's a perfect
one. No, you're absolutely right.
Man.
Who
wants to listen to fucking 10 ABBA albums when you can listen to Killer Greatest Hits?
Right. Once. That's all you need to listen to it. But still.
No, dude, you know what? I do have a lot more respect for ABBA nowadays than I used to.
Yeah.
Evidently, they were goddamn huge.
They were.
Not,
like if you listen to Waterloo, just listen to if you could get if you watch it on YouTube,
And they sold like a ridiculous amount of albums in their
Especially
career.
in Sweden, man. They
Yeah.
were like fucking Beatles over there.
Hmm.
Well,
See,
maybe not.
Van said that's all he needs is the best of.
Yeah,
So,
see? So that's a good one, or
absolutely, man.
cool. Not to make anybody. I think my buddy Steve was Steve's on. Couchy's on here. Couchy's a fucking huge ABBA fan. That I do know. So he might be mad if he knows that all I need is the best of.
What's your first one, Laz?
Eagles.
Dude, I had that on my list too.
I knew that was going to come up.
Eagles.
A double greatest hits though.
Totally don't agree with that.
What?
I love the Eagles, man. I think all their albums are solid.
You know, dude, honestly, when I get in the mood for like the Eagles, like a best of would give me the dose I need that I'm good for a while.
I can
both of them.
Literally.
I can see that, yeah. But I don't know. There's something about that band I definitely dove into about 15, 20 years ago and got into every album, man.
I can tell you right now, the Eagles for us is nostalgia from when you heard your parent or our parents listen to it, I think.
Mine didn't. I remember them on the radio in the 70s. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
they were just constantly on the radio.
My mother, dude, I swear to God, I didn't know who the band was until I was a teenager, probably. But she used to Take It to the Limit, that song.
Mm-hmm.
When that first came out, her and her sisters, my two aunts, would scream that fucking song in the car. My mom was like, I'm telling you, when I was like 6, so my mom was like 26. And my aunts were teenagers, dude. So it was I just remember them screaming that fucking song in the car. They all loved it. And then, like, you know, I hadn't heard the song for years.
I remember go ahead.
Then I had, you know, listened to the Eagles, probably a CD, and it was on there. And I was like, holy fuck, this is that song that my mom used to sing all the time.
Look at Aaron's comment.
What did he just say? It popped up. Oh, there it is.
Solid poop when you were doing a lot of heroin. Oh, wait. If you're doing a lot of heroin, wouldn't you be shitting that like water?
I'm not sure.
That's what I hear.
But no, I mean they have a best of catalog that is big enough that
Steve talking about my dick. Bada boom. All right, so I had the Eagles on mine too. Reno, what's you?
I don't agree. My first one, I got like a whole little list here. My first one is the Foo Fighters.
Yeah.
They got a big enough catalog though.
Dude, they've been around for 20 years, 25 years.
How many albums are they at?
At least 10, probably. I don't know. I have one or two, but when I tend to hear their stuff on the radio or whatever hits the radio, I kind of dig. Whatever I hear on the radio, I kind of dig. But when I check out albums, I'm like, okay. Filler. Yeah. Filler. So, but
I do agree with you though. That's a band best of is fine. I mean, I don't. Yeah.
The total respect to that dude, man. I mean, I've said for a while he's like the last real big rock star we'll probably ever going to see. You know what I mean? What? Thinking about dicks again?
No, I just heard out of the living room. I've never smelled so much shit in my life. I'm afraid to pop my head out and see what you're talking. But that's all. It's like dead silent, and all I hear is, "I've never smelled so much shit in my life."
All right, George, what's your next?
Van says the last 3 Foo Fighters albums suck. So,
my next pick is the fucking Bee Gees.
Yeah.
I love the Bee Gees, old Bee Gees. But like, if I hear "You Should Be Dancing" one more time, I'm gonna fucking smack somebody.
You're kind of like, right? It's kind of the same thing.
Staying alive one more time. "You Should Be Dancing's actually fucking killer, but
I don't even know if I have a best of them.
I love the Bee Gees. Like, there's a really killer. I think it's Bee Gees Gold. It's called. It's all the old shit.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like the ABBA Gold. I think it's the same series, if I'm not mistaken. But it's more like the late '60s stuff that I like. I mean, if you like the Beatles and shit, you'll like that early stuff. But like the disco shit,
yeah. I'll be honest, I wouldn't turn it off on the radio.
I wouldn't either. But enough's enough already.
Yeah,
like,
I wouldn't pick anything up.
Like I wouldn't buy Bee Gees' studio album from 1991 and think there's a fucking hit on it, even put on the greatest hits record. So I'll stick with the disco shit.
Hey, I'm with Bit Bop Boom. I didn't even think about putting them on my list, but Fleetwood Mac, totally.
Well, that was on my list.
Was it?
Yep.
Dude, you only really, I mean, is Rumors considered the fucking best of? Because that's the only one you really need.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Actually, the one before that wasn't too bad either.
Yeah.
So yeah, Bee Gees, which is probably the next few, is really gonna piss people off. So I can't wait.
What do you got, Les?
This one might piss some people off, but this is for me. Okay. Best of, I'm totally fine. Fucking Journey.
Oh my god, yeah.
I'm there too. I actually just tried to listen to Frontiers. I can't remember which one it was the other day. I was reading a Journey article. And the first track is one of the hits, and then the next 3 or 4 on side A was like
in one ear out the other.
It's like, this is awful. I didn't even make it to the second side. I'm like, yeah, I'm done with this.
For as big as that band was, their fucking deep cut stuff was garbage.
Yeah.
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 It really was.
But they have an awesome greatest hits.
Fuck yeah, they do.
But do you need those 7 albums, 8 albums that he's on? I don't think so either.
Well, I take that back. Yes, you do for the cover art.
Yeah. And, and you also have to throw in the cover of Oh Sherry on there too.
Now, the only album I would say to buy for me is Escape. That was the huge one, right?
Escape or Frontiers.
Yeah. So
I was never a big Journey fan. Like I remember when I was a kid on MTV and shit, but I thought they were just okay. But I'd never even bought records from them back then.
I'm gonna say Escape because it had a fucking Atari game.
That's the one. Yeah, I remember that.
Didn't it?
How big are you when you got an Atari game?
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
All right. My next one, I'll shuffle it up here. Cheap Trick.
Fuck you.
Scratch that off my list.
Huh?
I had that on my list too.
Fuck both of you, man.
I love Cheap Trick. They have awesome hits, man. But the deep cuts don't keep my attention.
Some do.
If you on the first 4 fucking Cheap Trick albums, you mean to tell me that all the deep cuts on those albums wouldn't catch your attention?
Not as much as the hits, man. All I need, it would probably be a double best of, but still a best of.
I get it. You know why? Because they have such a huge catalog. All their 70s albums could be their best of. You know what I mean? Like put those 4 albums together and make that the best of, and then the rest of their stuff. I get it. I get
the Ramones, same way.
The one thing I will say about Cheap Trick is
and fucking smack somebody.
Cheap Trick's freaking live album, Live at Budokan, sounds better than the fucking studio cuts.
I agree. I agree.
And that's one band that has done that. I mean, can you name
I think they would agree with you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because I don't, if I'm not mistaken, I don't think Rick Nielsen's a big fan of the production on the first 2 records, especially.
Mm-hmm.
And again, love them, but a lot of filler to me.
Now, and you said Ramones too?
I said Ramones for most people, not me. I'll take every goddamn Ramones album song. But for most people, I think those 70s albums and then a little bit of sprinkling of other stuff. Not me.
I'm gonna come up with a remote that I can fucking throat punch you from here.
Yeah.
Is it my turn?
Yeah.
The Grateful Dead.
They're on my list.
Totally.
Dude, my Grateful Dead best of would be 3-song EP.
I was getting ready to say that.
Yeah.
Fuck them and fuck. Wait, I'm going to say the other one because this is No, go ahead. Grateful.
I don't know if I can name enough fucking Grateful Dead songs to even do a best of, man.
Dude, Truckin'. Trucking's a great song until
Truckin'.
Bob Weir starts singing.
Yeah.
That fucking, I would love
Touch
to.
of Gray.
Touch of Gray's my favorite Grateful fucking Dead
Yeah.
song, and everybody hates it.
Yeah. So okay, so with us we have a 3-track best of EP for Grateful Dead.
All right, perfect.
Pretty
Next. Now that we got that out of the way.
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna actually show this one. I have none of this on vinyl, by the way, because I'm not a big best of guy unless it's a best of one of my favorite bands. But this fucking band right here, and this might piss people off too, but this is all I fucking need right there.
Wow. I don't go with that one.
I do to a point, and I love the Doors, but I totally get what Laz means. Even like with you with Cheap Trick, I get it. Like a fucking double
Yep. There's
best of Doors album would be all I even need, and I love those guys.
19 tracks.
Yeah, that's all you need for them.
19 of their best
You know why?
tracks.
You know
Really
why,
good.
man? You only got fucking 5 albums to pick from. That's the thing. You know, when you only have that many albums or a short career, there's not many. I personally don't believe there's many deep cuts because your catalog's not that big. You know what I mean? But I totally get it. I love the Doors, but yeah, even and I would even go as far as saying a 1-disc, 80-minute Doors best of would be perfect for somebody if they don't want to delve into a whole catalog.
Aaron said, fuck that pretentious Tool. I guess he's talking about either Jim Morrison or George. I'm not sure.
Well, I've been called worse.
G.G. Allen is a better poet. All right.
All right,
You ready?
Jim was an interesting dude, man.
Yeah, I kind of dig him. I'm not a huge fan, but
No,
I'll take more than a best of.
I would
All right.
never turn him off, put it that way.
Are you okay, George? Just calm down, but I had to put this on here.
I know what you're going to say, Kiss.
Nah, fuck.
No.
Are you ready?
Don't say AC/DC or I'm fucking throat punching.
Nah.
I will- Prince?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. I totally agree with you.
Really? That
Yeah.
surprises me. I think you're gonna be like,
me.
fuck you.
No, not me.
Yeah.
But yeah, me. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's some deep cuts that I like, which isn't many,
Mhm.
and there's some that I'm like, this is complete not my thing, and I don't even know what the fuck he's doing.
Right.
But I like that 2-disc thing that they put out years ago is like the perfect.
I was gonna say if it's a 2-disc set, yeah.
Now, to me, Purple Rain will always be Prince's greatest hits. You know what I mean? Like that. If to me, Prince is Purple Rain and Purple Rain is Prince. Like, and anytime I think of that, I think of that era.
Controversy to Purple Rain. Controversy 1999 Purple Rain.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I mean, I could see that. My aunt was into them, so I knew those records. But when Purple Rain came out, and then it came out in the theater, and she took me to see that, I was fucking, dude. I was like, I loved the movie. It's so bad now when you watch it, but fucking Mars Day in that movie is what attracted me to that whole scene. Was Mars, believe it or not. Like, Prince was cool, but I'm like, dude, the time, that guy's funny as fuck, man. I love that guy. But then I got into Prince's Purple Rain because of the time should be on this list as a matter of fact, because that would be an EP as well. With The Bird and Jungle Love, those 2 songs alone, which were written by Prince, I think, at least one of them was. But those 2 songs alone were like the whole fucking backbone of that movie.
Mhm.
If you
But
think
are you talking about them? You're kind of getting more into almost one-hit wonder kind of land, I would think, with like the time.
Well, they had ice cream castles. Come on, man.
I don't know if I can name anything from them.
well,
Well, they had what? Two albums, right?
the time, no, believe it or not, the time never had a full length until after the heyday. Like, I think the time, the self-titled is an EP, and then What Time Is It with Jungle Love and The Bird is an EP, and then the movie, and then of course the Big Head, of Morris Day and Prince kind of ruined the time, I think, after that, because they put a record out that was complete rubbish.
Huh.
And it was done a year or so after. I could be wrong, but I think it was done a year or so after like the whole Purple Rain thing. And I don't think Prince had anything to do with that time record, and it suffered because of it. Because Prince, I'm pretty sure Prince wrote most of the first two time EPs. And if you look on the record, it says produced by the Star, I think, which is Prince.
Yeah. He was just as good of a producer as he was a musician.
Yeah, and I think that one Prince record that came out earlier this year with like the original tracks of what.
Yeah. All the stuff.
I'm sure Jungle Love was on either that or I think it was Jungle Love, like the Prince's version of Jungle Love, and it really wasn't any different. Like they might have added a little thing here and there, and Morris Day's vocals, but other than that, it was the same fucking song.
Yeah.
John has an interesting comment there. Bit Bop Boom.
This one.
Greatest hits for post Master of Puppets Metallica. I don't know if there's even enough to fit on a greatest hits after that.
I would go after Injustice. I liked Injustice, but yeah, I don't even know what I would put on it. I don't know.
Well, I actually consider the Black Album the last Metallica album.
What's that?
I could even go past the Black record and put together a decent best of Load and Saint Anger and all the other ones. I think there's pieces of each record that I like over the years, not as a whole, but like tracks here and there off of all those albums. I think the last record is probably my favorite Metallica record since, Black maybe.
But okay, not just putting a greatest hits together from that era, but a greatest hits that you would actually be listening to. Like, yeah, this is cool. This is killer stuff for a greatest hits.
For an average person? Or
for you.
I wouldn't even put it together.
There you go.
You know what I mean? Like there's no point, because I'm just spitballing it, like to take away all the early Metallica and the last 20 years of Metallica or whatever it is. 20, say, when did Load come out?
90.
94, something like that.
Say the last 25 years of Metallica. So that does away with Black and prior. You could put a best of together, but I don't think a lot of people would. I could put a best of together, but I don't think a lot of people would even fucking know the song.
It would be the second disc in the set that remains in mint condition.
Right.
Yeah. I personally, I love on Saint Anger. I do like the production's terrible, but the songs are good. There's only like 2 of them, but
that best of would be comparable to the Def Leppard 90s and on best ofs that they put out.
Mm-hmm.
What was it, the Vault or something?
Yeah, I didn't bother with any of that stuff.
Yeah. All right, what do you got?
I love the Def Leppard records always had, even in the 90s, always had something on them that I could enjoy. But there was a lot of shit too, especially that Slang record.
I think you're next, George. What you got?
Eric fucking Clapton. If I never heard Eric Clapton again,
I agree with that.
And if it was a best of that, it would be all the Greg Allman stuff.
Just Eric.
What's that?
Are you including Cream with that, or just?
Oh, yeah. I try to listen to Cream now, and I'm like, I don't know what it is, man. Like some of it's great, and some of it's just like, all right, I'm done. You know what I mean?
I'm good with no best of from him. I've always thought that dude.
Now, you know what?
So overrated.
If you listen to the album with Greg Allman, I'm drawing a blank. It had
Layla and all that. Listen
to that record, dude. And because honestly, I just got into that record within the last month. Dave or Mike was playing it at the store, and I was like, man, this is fucking cool. Who is this? And they like looked at me like I had fucking a pile of shit hanging out of my ass. And I was like, what? And he's like, it's fucking Clapton. I'm like, oh, well, no wonder. I don't know. Then he's like, fucking Greg Allman's all over this thing. So we let it play, and I was like, all right, I'll give it to him. That's a good record.
Yeah, but is that because of Almond or because of Clapton?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's what I said. That's like even that had some filler on it, but it's a good record. It's a good blues album.
Clapton to me is one of those guys where I don't own any Clapton vinyl at all. I'm not a Clapton fan. I respect the guy, you know. He's somebody that if I'm flipping through the TV and he's on stage live or something, I'll watch it.
I see. I keep going,
but I don't. Yeah. I'm not like, oh, I feel like putting on some Clapton.
No.
This is how rotten I was when I was young and Stevie Ray Vaughan died, and they said it was Eric Clapton's helicopter that he was in when he died. That was like the early report because I don't know if you guys remember this, but the early radio reports had Clapton's helicopter went down. They weren't sure who was on board, but it looks like since it was his chopper, he was probably on board.
Yeah.
So as the morning went on, I'll never forget this, man. Me and my buddy Dan, my buddy that just passed away, we worked together. We're standing outside of our dark rooms at TV Guide magazine. We used to do all the pictures there. And through the black screen that we had in his dark room, you could hear his radio. And they broke through the damn song. Like they cut the song. They didn't even let the song finish. And they came back and said, breaking news, it was Eric Clapton's helicopter that went down. However, he was not on board, but Stevie Ray Vaughan was. And I looked at Dan and I'm like, ain't that a motherfucker, man? Like fucking Clapton's not even on his fucking own fucking helicopter. Fucking Stevie Ray's on and the thing goes down.
Wow.
I was like, man, that was the wrong guitarist died in that fucking thing crash.
Right.
I mean, I don't wish death on anybody, but back then I was like, fuck that. You know, you attitude 19-year-old. I'm like, fuck Eric Clapton. Fucking, he should have been on there.
Not like that bluesy, what was it, the Beano album, they call it? What the hell? John Mayall, was that it?
The Blues Breakers?
Yeah, Blues Breakers. That's cool, but I mean, it's all bluesy and all that. But man,
yeah,
but solo stuff and Cream, whatever, solo stuff, nah, don't need any of it.
But that, I think you would like that Layla and other hits with just for Greg Allman factor on it.
Yeah.
Who's next?
Laz.
Okay, this is I've owned it many times. I actually don't have a copy now. Best of 2 LP set, and it's all I freaking need. And I love the band, but it's all I need. Creedence Clearwater Revival.
Absolutely.
I agree with that. Yeah. Yeah, I totally agree with that.
Never
thought about that.
We're all like, yep, absolutely. Next. Next. Creedence, though, again.
Not many albums. So.
Right, not many albums, but the fucking hits were massive.
Yeah, yeah.
Especially for the era. Their last album that only had, what was it? Hate, and was it Hate Tonight? That Brown album.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
It's the first one without one of the brothers, without the brother. It's fucking terrible except for one song. I don't know if it's Hate Tonight. It might be something else, but
well, I don't think they ever had any real success after what's his name left, right?
Oh, that album's terrible.
Yeah. All right, next one I got, and this, just my opinion, David Bowie.
Oh yes, I had him on my list,
and that's pushing it for me. Even a best of from him.
I think changes for the old shit.
Changes 1 and changes 2.
Yeah, that's all I need. The early shit. Although I do like the whole
the Ziggy thing.
Yeah,
may stick out a little bit.
Man.
Huh?
That's because of Mick, dude.
Yeah.
We discussed this before. Fucking David Bowie was not a fucking trendsetter, dude. He's a follower of everybody else.
I totally agree.
Everything else that was going on in New York and LA and even in England at the time is exactly what fucking David Bowie would do 6 months later. It was always that way. I know his diehard fans refuse to believe that, and they think he started glam and all this shit. But sorry, man, that's not the case.
And then the '80s stuff. Look how he jumped right in, and
But see, I'll give it to Bowie. He's one of those artists, though. I have more respect for David Bowie in the later years, like Black Star and the last couple things he did, even before we knew he was sick and died, because it was different. It wasn't.
I never checked any of that stuff out.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't the Black Star record was pretty fucking dark, and I think it came out. Was it like a week before he died or some shit?
It was close.
Yeah,
I remember.
I remember listening to that, and same with Greg Allman's last album.
Dude, Vance has got this whole thing going on around Clapton, who always dead. Jack Bruce, Ginger Baker dead, Clapton alive. BB King dead, Clapton alive.
Hey, fuck Clapton. Keith Richards is still alive, bitch.
That's awesome.
I forgot what I was saying.
What you got next, George?
That was me, Eric Clapton, wasn't it?
I just went with Bowie.
Oh yeah, Bowie. Bob Dylan, dude.
Yeah,
I agree.
Yep.
All right, next.
To me, right,
I've tried to.
fucking Bob Dylan's right there with Grateful Dead, man.
Yeah,
I can't.
I've tried to listen to the deeper stuff of him, and it's just like, nah, I just want your hits.
My man sold his entire fucking catalog to Universal for like $280 million.
Right.
So we're gonna be hearing Bob Dylan in fucking tampon commercials at this time next year.
Dude, the guy's what, 105? It's like, sell your shit and die. That's about what's going to happen. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he did it right, man. He did it right. I mean, now his family's set because he knows. I mean, that's why the guy's been putting out records nonstop. I mean, you can always tell when artists are getting ready to either die or just give up. They start crank like it's not our so much our metal, but like the singer-songwriter guys. Like, I think Dylan's put out 5 albums in the last 10 years.
Yeah, he was doing the Bowie thing there towards the end, it seemed like.
And same with Neil Young. Like he's cranking them out. And
that's a dude. That should be on my list too.
Yeah. Yeah. Warren Zevon. Remember Warren Zevon? Werewolves in London. Like before he passed, he was doing like a record every 7 months. And then I think his was like the same as Black Star was with Bowie. Like his last album came out a week before he died or some shit. It's fucking great.
Dylan should go see what Clapton is up to.
Yeah, maybe they should both be in that fucking helicopter.
Maybe they should go for a car ride.
Fucking Clapton his ass.
Fuck, the world got fucking denied the last 30 years of Stevie Ray Vaughan for Clapton's just complete shit music.
What do you got, Lazarrus? You just go.
This is going to piss some people off, man.
I know exactly who he's going to say. I have a feeling I know exactly who he's going to say.
Who am I going to say?
Iron Maiden.
Huh?
Iron Maiden.
Iron Maiden.
No. Zeppelin.
No.
No?
No.
Well, they're on my list.
Holy fuck. George is fucking skipping around now. Are you serious?
Yeah, fuck, but I'll explain later.
Yeah,
right.
Fuck them.
Queen.
I totally
can see that.
Okay.
Totally.
If you're not a diehard, I could totally see that for sure.
Yeah.
Because I was that person 20 years ago. I just listened to
they did have that, the best of volume 1 and volume 2 kind of thing,
Yeah,
one was blue and one was like a maroon color. That's all you need,
I knew he was going
to. Sorry, Vance.
Yeah,
all right, let me go real quick. So get back to George.
Single disc, man. Single disc,
My explanation, dude. You'll get my explanation.
All right. My next pick, I completely fucking love their hits. I love this band. I think they're incredible. But
Wham?
come on, man. Don't ruin it.
Fuck yeah, I knew it.
What'd you say?
Wham.
Wham.
But they're deep cuts, man. And they got a shit ton of albums. I've tried a bunch, and it's just like, yeah, I just need the hits. And this is one of my favorite best ofs of all time.
Dude, they're on my list.
Oh my god.
Hey,
Dude,
Is there Kiss on your
Hall & Oates right there.
dude? This thing is awesome.
yeah, fucking Hall & Oates kicks ass, dude.
Their hits are like perfect.
Yeah,
I
they're
know
like,
what your favorite hit is.
but the other shit is just boring as fuck.
Fucking A, man.
Reno's favorite fucking favorite hit from Hall & Oates is
What?
Man Eater.
How do you know?
All right.
Well,
No, I
fuck,
like
cross that one off. Thanks. Dude.
It'd be adult education, just so you know.
Yeah, I get the Hall & Oates thing for sure, but they're killer.
Oh my god, man! Just
All right, now Zeppelin. You motherfucker! I want all the Zeppelin fans on here to give me an explanation of post fucking Zeppelin 4 of some of the so-called hits from that era, because I don't think there is any.
Cashmere, Physical Graffiti.
Well, that's Cashmere's on Zeppelin 3, isn't it?
No, Physical Graffiti.
Vance said, "Bring it."
Oh, Immigrant Song. Never mind. Yeah, all right. Well, that's two that you could put on a hit.
Now, don't get me wrong. I am not the biggest Zeppelin fan.
Dude, the first Zeppelin record all the way through, dude, I can listen to that anytime. The second Zeppelin record, 3/4 of it. The third one is hit or miss for me. I do like a lot more of the third one than I did in the past. And then 4, of course, I think I love every song on the 4th album. But other than that, man,
Yeah, in a way, dude, I agree with you. Each album, as they went on, they got more self-indulgent and
yeah, they got more fucking, what's the word I always use? Pretentious.
yeah.
Pretentious bullshit. Like All My Love, I thought was the strongest Zeppelin track of that later era, and it's not, to me, it's not even Zeppelin. I just love that song. I don't know why.
Yeah. I wouldn't say greatest hits. I mean, I think you should check out all the albums.
Look who's
But
calling.
I can't see it.
Vance.
Put him on speaker.
Let me in, that motherfucker. Let me in. Let me in.
Hello? He hung up.
Call him back.
He must have. I bet you he butt dialed me. Oh, he's calling back. He's calling back. Hello? Yo. Hey.
What, are you high or something? What are you smoking?
I am smoking right here.
You should send him an invite.
Yeah, you want to? Oh, he hung up on me. He's mad. He's fucking pissed off. Oh, wait, he's got a shitty connection, doesn't he?
Send him an invite.
Right, I'm sending him an invite. Hold on.
No, but I love Zeppelin, but I can see some people only need the best of. However, I will say, stop. They're not the only goddamn band from the 70s. And stop. The Beatles aren't the only fucking band from the 60s.
And this I'll say also, Greeno, is per like what you were saying. I understand the best stuff with Zepp, like George is saying. However, there are other stuff I wouldn't consider filler.
You know
That's what I'm saying. I wouldn't. Yeah, I wouldn't say
that.
It's above filler quality, though. It's
Yeah,
not.
I agree with that.
Yeah, but you know what? This song, I think a lot of the songs aren't as strong, though.
I agree. I mean,
Right. They're not as strong, but they're not weak either, you know?
Well, that's where you and I would disagree on that. I think a lot of the dude, I actually like some of the shit on Coda more than I did fucking like Physical Graffiti or it's just weird.
Oh, dude, no, I gotta disagree with you there. Physical Graffiti is a fucking 10 times better record.
I'm not saying it's not. I just say personally, I think some of the songs on Coda I like better than Physical. I'm not saying it's a better record.
Did you send him an email?
Yeah, here he comes.
Here we go.
Oh, come on,
What
man.
the fuck is wrong with you guys?
Dude.
Whoa! What do you mean, you guys? Hold on now.
No, I wouldn't go with the best of.
Vance got so fucking mad he called me twice. Hung up. He was shaking. I could hear it in his voice.
No, man. How could you say after Zeppelin 4? First of all, you didn't even know Casimir was on Physical Graffiti, man.
Yeah, because I don't care.
Ah,
I don't. I really don't. Because I don't like that album, but I love that song.
oh, come on, man. We talk Over the Hills, Far Away. The song remains the same. Trampled Underfoot, Wonton song.
Nope.
You went with All of My Love?
I do. I love that song.
Ah, come on, man.
See, didn't I say? I just said Zeppelin fans get fucking pissed off when I say I like All My Love.
No, I don't. I'm not gonna say pissed off, but that's the one song you picked as like their like lightest ballad.
I know, and I love it, and I hate
They
that.
wrote about his kid.
I love that fucking song, man. I don't know why, but yeah, all the other songs you just rattled off, dude. I
Achilles' Last Stand. What are you talking about?
I don't like it. But you're a mega fan, dude. That's like me talking fucking Fly on the Wall from AC/DC to you, thinking it's like the best AC/DC record. Like, I wouldn't. That's not. I just don't.
Oh, come on, Sink the Pink. Classic.
You're right, but I wouldn't fight. I wouldn't go to bat for that record for sure. The first album, I swear to God, that's probably one of the best debut albums of all time. Is that first Zeppelin?
Nah, I was just giving you shit.
I know. If you didn't, I mean, I'll give you shit right back. If they didn't rip off half the fucking Chicago blues players back then,
Oh, here we go with that. But yet, you know what? They helped revive the blues, just like half of the other English bands that were out, even though they didn't give the blues guys credit.
That's why I love that first Zeppelin record, because of the people. A lot of people like to say they ripped off or they stole riffs or whatever. To me, that record, like any other fucking blues album that you've heard from the 60s, 70s, they all took a little bit from each other and just wrote.
Absolutely, man.
You know, and that's what Zeppelin did. Anybody can fucking, I mean, I don't know.
You got to remember, too.
That's what Zeppelin did. I could say that's what Jimmy Page did. And I
got to remember, too, that the whole songwriting credit thing wasn't, as legal as it is now, where, you took a sample of that guy's song, he gets money. Back then, they weren't.
I'm not talking about sampling. I know, like that.
But even when they cover songs or change the lyrics, remember that John Holmes who did Dazed Confused first?
Mm-hmm.
There's only so many notes, man.
But that first Zeppelin, I would put that up against any debut. But then, like I said, after that, it just starts falling off until the fourth album.
Like I said, my only problem with Zeppelin is they have the Beatles thing.
What do you mean?
It's like, stop. Just, okay.
I get that. I understand. And that's why I don't bring a lot of it up, but I had to jump in on that one.
What do you mean, the Beatles thing?
The Beatles fans are nuts. They're
yeah.
And
it's like some of the Beatles guys were like, this is the only important band. Everybody else copied the Beatles.
I love the fucking Beatles, but
yeah,
I wouldn't. Yeah,
that's what the Beatles fans probably turned me off
this too. So
I'd put them on there.
The Beatles, like fans of bands, turn you off to bands sometimes.
Yeah, and I kind of got sick. I'll be honest with Zeppelin because of Classic Rock magazine, all the UK magazines. Every month they were on the cover of one of those magazines, and I'm like, it's fucking 2018 or whatever that It's like, why do you have Zeppelin on every?
Because they know us idiots will buy it.
Yeah, but it's like,
or me.
Yeah, I never noticed. Honestly, I never noticed the Zeppelin on the UK.
Zeppelin and Beatles, man. That's their bread and butter.
Not the mags we buy, though, right?
A lot of those UK imports, fuck yeah.
Oh, really?
I think there's.
Oh, speaking of Greeno, You might want
All
to check.
right, dude. I'm gonna go. I'll let you guys get back to the greatest hits thing.
Stick around if you want.
Yeah. Oh, where did you find it?
Barnes and Noble today. They only have.
Can you grab another one and I'll PayPal you some money.
I grabbed it out of the box.
Sweet.
So if they have more tomorrow, I'm gonna go on Friday again because I always go every Friday. So if they have it again, I'll pick it up. If not, I'll send you this one and I'll go up to the other Barnes and Noble.
That's cool, man. Yeah, if you can find me one, I would totally appreciate that.
Yeah. But it's
All right, later, guys. I'm out.
Later, man.
Happy birthday, last.
Yo,
See you, brother.
don't take anything I say about Zeppelin personally, man. I love
I'm gonna talk to you after school.
you. All right. I thought you were butt dialing me. I was like,
No,
whoa.
I don't know. It kept cutting out. I don't know what it was.
I told
Later,
you.
man.
Dan, hang out, man. Hang out. I got to take a dog out real quick. I'll be right back.
Yeah,
What?
that's a word for taking a shit.
I like the fucking Joan Rivers of the Carson show here. No, man, but yeah, the Beatles people, man, with this whole McCartney 3 thing, Jesus Christ.
I see it all over YouTube, and I don't watch it. What is McCartney 3? Is it a new studio album?
It's a new album, but they're all because there's like a million different colors for it or some shit, and they're all buying it.
I'm getting tired of that shit too, man.
It's all over.
Like the AC/DC record, dude. I got 4 of them sitting here. And I'm on the hunt for another one. There's a silver vinyl version overseas.
Well, you guys brought up that Walmart deal for $15, right?
Yep.
And that's what I went there looking for that red one because I thought that looked cool, right? Looked red, it matched the thing, right?
Yeah.
I had the place was a zoo, and I had like no idea it was $15 a records. Luckily, I didn't because I would have walked out with something. But yeah, that was the thing. They start doing these different color variants, and now we're all, oh, that looks cool. That looks cool,
Yeah, I saw your post with the Metallica ones yesterday.
Yeah, I'm like, Jesus, now these guys are doing it.
Yeah, I'm not doing
I'm
it.
staying away from that, man. I don't, I mean, I'll do that with, God, please don't let them start doing it. But Maiden, I of course would do that with, but other bands, I give a shit.
See, this is what pissed
Yeah,
me
I'm
off.
the same way. If it's like a hardcore band I like a lot,
I'll pick a favorite one, like, if there's a splatter version or a certain color I prefer over another, but I'm not going to I need all 6, of the same fucking record.
I say that too, and then AC/DC goes ahead and does it, and then I got
Yeah, but that makes sense for you, George. That's
Yeah,
what
I
makes
but it's
sense.
still a fucking pain in the ass because they're like $35 list, which is ridiculous for a 1 LP album. But
But like fucking Metallica, I'm a Metallica fan. I love the band up till the Black Album. But I actually have multiple copies of Kill 'Em All, original multiple copies. I am not going to go get, if they release Kill 'Em All again on here's the new silver version. I could get shit. I'm done. At that point.
yeah, I hear you. I'm the same way.
Now, given, if it was, $4.99. Oh, okay, I'll grab it for that. But at your
What are we on to?
$20 to $30 price tag, no.
Well, it's like the AC/DC, man. Like I said, Sony puts it out a fucking list price at $35 for a new album, for one album, for like 1 LP.
Mhm.
The Springsteen is a $40 list, and that's a 2 album set. The brand new E Street Springsteen E Street band. It's like, what the fuck is Sony doing, man? Like,
God damn, there's another one. Did you guys just say Springsteen?
yeah.
All right, I'm gonna go later, guys.
Later,
All
man.
right, brother. Take it easy.
See, I wouldn't even do a best of for Springsteen.
Why, you don't like him?
I cannot stand that dude. I just don't get it with
A
him.
couple songs. I've always dug Born to Run, the song.
See, I always liked him, but he's kind of a low.
Fuck about Born in the USA and all that.
Yeah.
That was top 10 pop to me,
Well, see, I grew in this area. He was always a staple. Like, he's pretty much local.
Yeah,
So-
I would say you're close to his home turf.
Yeah, like I grew up with, dude, he would play fucking clubs right down the street here back then in the 70s. Like, my cousins would go see him at the fucking the Main Point in Ardmore, which is like 15 minutes down the road from me. I can't imagine before, knowing who Springsteen was back in the mid 70s and going to this little fucking coffee place in fucking Ardmore, Pennsylvania to see him play.
Right.
And the radio stations around here were all over him then. So they would broadcast live from, these little clubs in Philly. That's why all these, if you look at like a lot of the Springsteen bootlegs from the early 70s, they're all from around here. And they're all soundboards. I mean, FM broadcasts. It's crazy, like how big that fucking guy was here before he exploded after Born to Run.
Right. Who's next?
Well, I have to follow up Led Zeppelin.
Good luck.
Well, I think I can do it because I'm probably going to really piss off Scotty Waters, but fucking Aerosmith, man.
Wow.
I'm totally good with the best of Aerosmith. I am not the biggest fan.
I'm good with best of Aerosmith post Permanent Vacation. Like I could do that, but I love the early set. I mean, there's not much, to me anyway. There's not much filler on those 70s. I could be wrong, but
I'm good with you up till Permanent Vacation. After Permanent Vacation, I don't want any of it.
I love Pump. I thought Pump was a great record.
I think they hit on their formula, and that was it. That's all they've done since then.
Yeah, but I thought for Permanent Vacation and Pump were like a refreshing.
It was their second wave.
Yeah, it was like a fresh Aerosmith. They weren't fucking high anymore.
That was the problem.
No, to me it wasn't.
Whatever, man. They had that Stones thing going. They got straight and they got boring.
They did, but not until they hit that second wave. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Like after up till Done with Mirrors and all that.
Done with Mirrors was a fucking train wreck. I mean, they were really at that point. The label tried to get them back together before they cleaned them up.
Yeah.
And honestly, you know what? I mean, look at the Aerosmith Greatest Hits album.
Which one? There's like 17 of them.
The red one.
The red one. Okay, yeah, that's a great one.
Yeah, well, that's just it. You look at that album and the era of that album, and that is basically what you guys are talking about. Okay, that album is all you really freaking need.
Nah,
for that band.
I'm good with all their 70s stuff. I'm good up till Permanent Vacation, like I said.
Nah, you know what, man? Like, there's been different pressings. I could see if there was an expanded, maybe like a 20-track Aerosmith Greatest Hits from back then, like that red one. If that red one was like a double album, then I could maybe see squeezing like all the really killer shit in 2 records. But hey, that fucking first Aerosmith best of is completely chopped up, like track wise. Like they're all edited versions on there for some fucking stupid reason.
John, I like Done with Mirrors too. I mean, like I said, I like that era.
I do too. I like, dude, the album before Done with Mirrors is probably one of my favorite fucking Aerosmith records. The one with Jailbait and Lightning Strikes. And,
yeah, that's the one without what's his name, the 2 guitar players.
Jimmy Crespo and Rick
Lightning Strikes is an awesome song, man.
Fuck yeah, man.
I knew this one would be controversial.
No, like I don't like the early 70s stuff, man. I don't know, man. That's tough.
I think they're good albums. I mean, I don't think they're
I
loaded
do
with
too.
filler. All right, my next one.
Maybe Draw the Line is where it starts going downhill for them a little bit, but I'm not sure.
I got a feeling you guys might agree on this one. Elton John.
Yeah.
Oh, if you're not a mega fan, for sure.
Yeah.
Yep.
And even a best of right now, I'd be like, okay, I don't need to hear this.
Right.
I love Elton, but it's like I know all the songs already. I don't need to hear them anymore.
I like Elton's rockin' tunes. I am not a fan of his ballad stuff.
No,
yeah,
exactly.
same way. Over the years, I picked up a shit ton of his albums, at yard sales and all that for cheap.
Mm-hmm.
But I finally when I was purging out not long ago. It was like, I'm never going to listen to this crap, and just got
Nope.
rid of it.
And that's it. Elton's one of those guys where like each of those albums has like one really good fucking song.
Right.
And are you going to pull the album to play that one really good fucking song?
Yep.
Exactly.
No, probably not.
What you got, George?
The fucking Beach Boys.
I agree. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
For as good as the Beach Boys stuff is good, their filler and the shit that's on the rest of the records that aren't the hits are complete junk.
No, I agree completely there.
I don't get that whole like Brian Wilson's a fucking genius thing. Honestly, I think Brian Wilson's probably one of the laziest motherfuckers in rock and roll history as far as the Beach Boys goes. To leave a band the way he did because of an attitude. He had an attitude. I mean, he did write everything, I guess.
Yeah.
But
They
there's
wrote,
something about Brian Wilson it's just like, you're a fucking dildo, man. You know what I mean? And then you hear him other times and he makes you feel sorry for him.
yeah.
And it's just like Mike, and then I heard Mike loves a fucking cock. So, it's like, but
They have cool songs and all that, but yeah, don't need full albums.
mm-mm.
And will
Especially
somebody
because Beach Boys, they are one band in a small genre that was there for a short time. You know what I mean? That surf rock or whatever. Think about it. That's really a small genre. You had
Yep.
like the Ventures, Dick Dale, Beach Boys. I mean, you could count them in one hand, right? And it was only for a short time. So, best of is kind of really all you need.
Yeah.
What are you doing? Freaking dogs.
You
Well,
got
can somebody explain Pet Sounds to me?
What do you mean?
all the hype behind
All
it.
the hype. It's one of the greatest albums ever.
The only
Like, because I don't get it, man.
I don't
You know
either.
why? You
What?
know why it's so good? Because not one Beach Boy played a note of fucking music on that song.
Really?
I'm dead serious. That's a Brian Wilson thing.
I've never understood it either, Greeno. I don't.
Brian Wilson hired, I think it was, I don't know, man. There's been so many fucking documentaries on Netflix, like the music, the behind the scenes studio musician players.
Yeah.
Um,
But it totally doesn't sound like their beach stuff, right?
no.
It was supposed to be like, hey, we're competing with Sgt. Pepper's now, right?
Well, yeah, Brian wrote this whole fucking masterpiece of a record, supposedly. But like I said, not one note of that record was played by anybody in the fucking Beach Boys, man.
He said the Wrecking Crew.
That's it.
Fancy.
Yeah, it was the Wrecking Crew.
Well, you had Pet Sounds and Sgt. Pepper's, but out of those, I would take the
Pet
Stones. I would take the Stones, Satanic Majesties or whatever. That album's just fucking weird.
Yeah, I'd take that over that fucking.
Yeah, it's like, you guys, what are you guys trying to do?
Dude, the Pet Sounds, everybody loves that fucking. Dude, fuck Pet Sounds.
Yeah.
It would have been a great record if it wasn't a Beach Boys album because it's not the fucking Beach Boys. It's the
Right.
Wrecking Crew with Brian Wilson.
I don't
get it.
That's one of those albums when I first started, joining into VC, everybody talked about. And I'm just like, I don't get it. Just like Genesis. I know Laz is a huge Genesis fan. I just do not get that band.
Which
Other than Abacab. I love Abacab. It's total 80s.
Gotta love Abacab, man.
Yeah.
That's
I don't
only
understand.
the life of the band.
Yeah. I mean, I know has nothing to do with the 70s, but it blew my mind the amount of people that were talking about Genesis when I first joined the VC.
I never that's not something I would listen to, I don't think.
Who's next?
Me following Beach Boys. I have a few to choose from here. I'll throw this one out. Tom Petty.
He's on my list.
Tom Petty.
Fucking throat punch people right now.
Those first.
Are you a Tom Petty fan, George?
Actually, you know what? I get what you're saying. The best of. I love the Wildflowers record from beginning to end.
Oh yeah, I agree with you. That's probably his best album, in my opinion.
Yeah, I get it. Yeah, I could see the best of thing for him for sure.
I dig the first 2-3 albums, that late 70s.
Yeah,
He was much more rocking when they first come out.
I
And then
like that stuff too, but I really like the mid '80s stuff that he was doing.
when he got into that Americana kind of thing, and I dig Americana, kind of country stuff. For some reason, he became a Dylan guy to me.
Do you like Traveling Wilburys?
No,
Really?
yeah,
Oh, I love that record. I like
Nah, I
both
can dig it.
records. Yeah. I like Petty, but I get like the early, other than Wildflowers for sure. I get what you're saying.
Hey, highlight Bit Bop Boom there at the end.
And that's possible.
Yeah, I agree with you.
I
I
just
don't-
not get it.
Yeah.
Because I
The Beach Boys were perhaps the most important American band. I think you guys just don't get it.
See, I disagree. I think the Ramones were the most important American band.
Fucking Beach Boys. I don't get that. And no. Most American, why how do I not get it though? They were like a shitty surf band to begin with that got popular from the movies, man.
And what's the other one everybody was going crazy over? Smile, I think that album.
It's just not my thing. Like,
yeah,
I'm not like a fucking surf beach guy that listens to the Beach Boys. You know what I mean? Like that was never my thing. So the Beach
don't get
Boys
me-
to
if
me
it-
were
if
they were
that shit
boy
come on the radio, it's totally cool. I
Dude,
dig
the
it, man.
fucking Beach Boys were the equivalent of the fucking Monkeys, if you think about it. They didn't play on their own shit. They had one guy that fucking wrote some of the songs, like Nesmith, dude.
Yeah,
And you
I
got
know.
a bunch of fucking studio musicians to play all over your things, and then you go out, learn the songs, and go play live with the 18-piece band behind you. Give me a fucking break.
Beach Boys are Van Halen for a whole generation. Evidently, I don't know enough about the Beach Boys.
I have a feeling Bit Bop's totally fucking with us right now.
I don't know. He might be.
I hope
into
he is.
it. Mm.
Now, Van Halen were more of a fucking influence on any band than the Beach Boys ever could think
the
of. It.
guitar player alone
Right.
bred more
That's like
fucking
night
musicians
and day, man.
than-
Fucking,
Mabuhay, is that how you say?
I always call him my boy Kai.
Well, highlight that.
where
The bands that ripped off the Ramones are better than the Ramones, dude.
That's a ridiculous statement.
I don't. Yeah,
I totally don't agree, brother.
which band is he talking about? Beach Boys or Monkeys?
bands that ripped off the Ramones are better than the Ramones. That guy's smoking some serious fucking hashish right now or something.
Yeah.
Unless he got the bands backwards, but
Yeah.
it's Ramones in the same fucking sentence, so it can't be two different bands.
All right, I guess I'm next. I
You
take
don't
that.
like the Ramones?
Yeah, I think that's pretty apparent.
There's no fucking way, man. The fucking
Let me grab one here that hadn't been said.
my next one, people are gonna shit in their pants. It's my last one, so I had to make it good.
I only got a couple left.
Go
And I
for
think
it.
you guys will probably agree with this, but Elvis Presley.
Yeah, he's on my list.
Yeah,
Probably
probably a double,
yeah.
Yeah, it would have to be a double.
but for the amount of stuff he put out,
Yep.
a double would probably do it. I mean, how many albums that do you have out? Soundtracks and everything?
A lot.
50, 80?
Well, they put more records out since he died than
Yeah.
when he was alive. So, but
But
no,
some of the songs,
And all of his like the gospel-y stuff he did, you know.
fuck that.
yeah.
You can have that shit.
But like Viva Las Vegas, one of my favorite songs. I fucking love Viva
Oh,
Las
dude,
Vegas.
Burning Love, man. I fucking love Burning
Yeah.
Love.
My favorite fucking Elvis track is Suspicious Minds, dude.
That's a cool
Oh,
song.
fuck yeah, that's the best song, man.
It's
Yeah.
funny. All three of us just picked like deathbed fucking Elvis Presley tracks.
What you got left, George?
My last one, this is gonna piss people off. Fucking Rush, man.
Ah,
Okay. All right. Hold on. Hold on.
Dude.
Hold on.
Let me explain before everybody gets fucking.
You know what?
don't get all irate. Hold on.
To me, Rush is one of the most overrated bands ever.
No.
Big
No.
time.
No, and I'm gonna fucking tell you why they're not fucking overrated.
Preach.
Listen.
I'm listening.
Rush and their fucking fans, okay, fucking waited for so long for them to finally become a fucking mainstream band, dude. Rush didn't really become what you would consider an overrated band till maybe fucking 10 years ago.
Nah. Their first fucking album to me was killer. I like that record. And then everything after it was just kind of blah. And like we're doing best of. I can't even fucking honestly, dude. I can't give you 12 tracks. Personally, can't give you 12 tracks to even put on a best of.
Oh man,
I fucking hate Rush. That's why.
No.
Moving Pictures
Now, listen.
alone is a best of.
That's
No,
terrible.
hold on. No, listen, okay, and this is why I wanted to jump in here, George, and because I was actually going to bring this up, so this might blow you away, but so not on my list, but one I wanted to give as an honorable mention when we were done was Rush, and here's the reason why. Although I disagree, I love every fucking Rush album, but this best of set right fucking here, Rush Chronicles.
That's the first 3 records, right?
So
No, I'm thinking of that other one. What's that?
you
one?
got, what is it, fucking 30? No, 41. Yeah, roughly 30 tracks on this record.
Yeah, that's about 22 long.
This, you buy this and you give it to someone that is either never heard of Rush or a casual Rush fan, and this is all they need to become a Rush fan.
I don't think they would be able to get through that double disc set.
Oh,
man.
fuck yeah. Fuck it. That's
All right. Just the first disc alone. Is that in chronological order or no? That one.
no, I don't think it is.
What was the fucking thing that was gray? Was it called like Archives or something?
Oh, you're yeah, the Archives set.
That was
First
that
3
was
records.
early.
Yeah.
Now, see, that's the era that I think is their best era. Like the first album, I don't know if they even had. Did they have a different drummer on that first album?
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that record. I don't know why, but it's just something about that record. But then
That album's a little more straight ahead rock than.
yeah, but then like Geddy Lee's voice, dude, like
Is that what does it for you? It
No,
tends to be Geddy.
it's the pretentious fucking. It's the math rock thing of it, or whatever they call it. I guess progressive. I'm not a progressive guy at all. Like, is when it comes to that kind of music. Like,
I'm not either a lot, but Rush, I fucking love.
But would you call them progressive, or am I like?
Yeah, very much.
Okay, so well,
Not in the way of
not
you know,
Not like
Love and Yes and all that shit.
right. There's different levels of progressive, I guess. You know what I mean? And Rush is not the deepest progressive rock band, I would say, like early Genesis or Yes, but they are more than just a rock band. That's Rush is Rush, man. They're their own fucking thing. You know, that's the beauty of that band.
Well, you're a huge Rush fan.
Yeah, but that's beside the point, because I look at that band and there are definitely some albums that have some filler. Okay, primarily late 80s, early 90s. There's definitely some filler shit there. But once again, like I was saying earlier, though, that is a band where their deep tracks are not filler. You know,
Now, I'll admit they kind of lost me once they got into the later 80s with all the keyboard stuff and everything. But, yeah, up through Signals. I love that shit, man.
That's
Everything
crazy.
up through that.
I can't do it. I tried. Like, I remember the first time I heard Tom Sawyer, I was like, what the fuck is this?
Wow, even Tom Sawyer, you don't
Yeah, I
get
was
that.
like, turn this shit off. This is bad. Like, this is terrible.
Wow.
My body's like, dude, it's fucking Rush. I'm like, I don't give a shit if it was the president. This is bad.
I think they're a pretty divisive band. I guess that's the term.
Well,
you
yeah,
either,
I mean,
you either really like Rush or you just don't. You don't care one way or the other. I don't think there's
yeah,
much
because
middle
I'm not.
ground for Rush.
Like I said, I personally can't even. I don't even know if I can put 10 tracks together on a CD for a best of for Rush. That's just me because I don't like them. You know what I mean?
Right.
But that's like saying somebody that doesn't listen to AC/DC, I guess, saying I could only find 10 songs that would be a AC/DC best of.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like,
Actually, what I can see is you're probably sitting, George, right about where Greeno's sitting with, say, Pink Floyd.
I can't stand Pink Floyd either, but I do like Shine On You Crazy Diamond for some reason. I really like that song, and I like Comfortably Numb. But I think it's because I haven't heard it. I don't listen. I stopped listening to the radio like 30 years ago, so I think if I don't hear it all the time, I have like people go, "Oh, you like Comfortably Numb? Jesus Christ, it's like the greatest hit." To me, it's not because I don't hear it all the time.
Here's the thing with actually both of those bands, Rush and Pink Floyd both. Those are not radio bands.
No,
That's not how you experience those bands, man.
no. But I mean, I used to hear Rush on the radio in Philly a lot. Rush was big
Sure.
in Philly, and I would hear who else? Who else did I just mention?
Pink Floyd.
Pink Floyd. I would hear them, but it was always like Another Brick in the Wall or Money or something upbeat kind of. Not that Brick in the Wall is upbeat, but you know what I'm saying. It wasn't as laid back as Comfortably Numb or Shot You Crazy Diamond. I think so. Philly radio, at least when I listened to it, didn't play those songs over and over again. Now they do.
Put up Bip Bop Boom's last comment.
Oh yeah, you're right. That's true. True story.
I ain't gonna argue that.
That's great. That's a great line.
It's very true because Rush fans, dude, we do, man. We fully believe in that band and what they do, man. They're fucking.
Yeah, I never got it. I just didn't. I think Freddie Lee's vocals had a lot to do with it too. I'm not taking away anything of them as musicians because Neil Peart was fucking awesome. I think he was probably the best musician in the band.
I think it all comes down to Geddy's voice. I think that's what.
That I don't like it
overall.
Yeah, you're right because I can't stand it.
Some people can't get by his voice, especially the earlier stuff.
It's almost a double-edged sword because, yeah, I can see where his voice would turn people off, yet his voice is what also gives that band that sound.
Without him, they're not.
Yeah.
No one else could sing for Rush, yeah.
Right. Because usually 99% of the time, that's the first thing that somebody that doesn't like Rush mentions.
And that's funny because it falls into the whole vocal thing. Like, when the Darkness first came out, I was like, you got to be fucking kidding me. This guy's vocals is ridiculous. Like, is this real? Like, is this, like, I remember somebody played it for me. I'm like,
yeah, like, is it comical like Steel Panther? Is it?
Yeah, it was just like, because I'll never forget it. The first song I heard from the Darkness was Get Your Hands Off My Woman. And the whole fucking song he sings in that falsetto.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is fucking terrible. Like, turn the shit off.
It turned me off on him. I've never been a huge fan.
But then I went back, like I heard the next single. I was like, all right, that's cool. The vocals are just like whatever. But then I got the album, and the album blew me away. Like the vocals just went out the window for me after I heard the record. And I've been a huge Darkness fan ever since.
Yeah.
I think they're a great band. I didn't care for their last album, Easter is Canceled, I think it was called. This past spring. It was just okay. Wasn't really anything to write home about, but they're doing a live webcast next week. They're doing like a 2.5-hour show live on the internet. Mm-hmm. And then if you order I think it's $21 to order the pay-per-view or whatever it is, the download. Mm-hmm. And then in March or April, you get the Triple Live album sent to you.
Oh, that's cool.
We're gonna mix it and put it out in the spring. So I think my son and I are gonna rent it and watch the show. And then Kiss is doing a huge one on New Year's Eve.
Oh, really?
They're doing a huge pay-per-view, like, kind of like this Darkness thing where you
Yeah.
pay $20. And they talk out their ass just as much as anybody, but they're going to have apparently a huge, like, stage show and all this other shit. So it might be fun if it's cheap. If it's like $50, they can go fuck themselves. If it was the original members, I might pull the trigger on $50 pay-per-view, but
Yeah.
I'm not doing it for that. For
All right, so that was your last one, right, George?
Gosh, yeah.
You got any more, Laz?
I got.
He's gonna say AC/DC just to fuck.
Fuck no. No. You want to just run through these quick? Or you still want to go one by one?
Yeah, if you got a few left, just toss them all out
Yeah,
there.
toss them out.
Billy Joel,
Mm-mm.
I can see that.
the
I
Cars.
I love Billy Joel though.
I agree with the Cars.
Yeah, the Cars. ELO.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
Except it might even be hard to put a best of them.
ELO, really?
Yeah, I'm not a huge ELO fan.
If I played you 20 ELO tracks right now, you'd be going to buy the collection tomorrow.
Yeah, amazing fucking band. But
It's weird, dude. And I was,
you
I was
could
the same
on
fucking way. Like, I never paid much attention to ELO other than Do Ya and the
Don't Bring Me Down.
Yeah, but when you hear like some of their deep cuts, man, you're like, holy fuck, this guy's. I mean, they were good. They were a good band.
yeah, this one, Neil Diamond.
Yeah.
Dude,
My wife wouldn't agree, but okay.
that's a nut punch right there.
this best of right here,
I fucking love
66
it.
to 92 double disc.
Does that have the American? Oh no, the 92. Okay.
Yeah, 30. Yeah, but America's on here. But yeah, 37 fucking tracks, dude. That's all the Neil you need.
Yeah, man.
And then the last one, and this might piss some people off, but fucking Michael Jackson.
I agree.
Yeah.
And really, it only needs to be the early stuff. The
I can still get down to like 3.
Well, not too early, like
Jackson 5. Yeah. ABC is one of the best songs ever written. I love that song.
But like the Michael Jackson solo shit from Off the Wall up till now. Well, yeah, I don't need anything.
To me, Off the Wall and Thriller was a era of my childhood, I guess.
Yep.
Everything after that, I'll be honest, I wasn't a fan.
My aunt listened to him. My aunt, she liked the R&B 70s, like Commodores, Earth, Wind and Fire, that kind of shit. So she always had Michael Jackson. Like she had Off the Wall. I remember listening to that before, a couple years before Thriller came out. Like I knew that album back to front because she'd always play it. And then when Thriller came out, I can't remember. I don't think I didn't buy it or anything until I saw the actual Thriller video on Halloween night that year. And then who did it? Landis. What's his first name? John Landis directed that Thriller video, and it was like 20 minutes long, and it had I was so into at the time. I was so into like the Living Dead films because Return of the Living Dead had just come out with the punk rock soundtrack and the cool fucking movie, and like Thriller comes out that fall.
Right.
Landis does it with the dancing zombies, dude. I was like, yo, this is fucking badass. And then I heard Beat It, and then read the Eddie Van Halen. That was him on there. I'm like, all right, this fucking album's killer, man.
Now, let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
Because I remember seeing Thriller for the first time. It was just like, Jesus Christ, man. I mean,
it was Halloween.
There's some money and shit. No, this is pretty killer. By the, 7,000th time the following week they had played it. It was you can fucking stop this now, man.
No, I know. But that I just remember I remember the night it debuted.
Yeah.
It was Halloween night. And but like you said, yeah, MTV played it every fucking hour.
All right, well, I got 3 left. Real quick, Weezer.
I never liked it. I think I can. Mine would be
One song I think I like by them.
Usually when I hear anything video wise, radio wise, like that's pretty cool, man. But I've never heard any deep cuts that like stand up to their hits. So
Yeah, I agree with that. But mine would be a CD single.
and then Elvis Costello. Dude, I have a greatest hits by him and it's awesome. And I have some albums by him and it's just like, okay.
Yeah, he didn't have many though, did he? I mean, like 5 maybe.
Or Elvis, he's got like fucking 30 albums out at this point.
Elvis Costello?
He's got a ton of albums, dude. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, if you stick with like the CBS stuff, I totally agree with Greeno. I couldn't tell you any Elvis Costello shit of the last 20 years though.
No, I couldn't either.
There you go. Then I didn't even know he.
But like, yeah, Allison and radio and
Watching the Detectives.
yeah, Pump It Up and
Mhm.
that's like Joe Jackson, man.
Same way.
Like I love a good Joe Jackson best of.
Yeah. All right, last one I got, and he has probably one of the greatest best ofs ever. It probably 90% of the people that know this dude or say they're a fan of, they just have this best of, which is called Legacy.
Bob Marley.
Bob Marley.
I don't agree with that at all.
Really?
I love the first, like most of all Marley's records all the way through. I agree.
Yeah,
I wasn't much, man.
I agree with George.
You have to be in the mood for it, though.
Bob Marley's Legend, as far as best ofs go, is an incredible best of.
Fuck yeah.
But his whole catalog is fucking amazing.
Yeah.
Really? I couldn't get into a lot. I'm not a big reggae guy. I'll just say that.
No, I'm not either, but Marley's probably the only one that I would listen to religiously if I had to listen to reggae, and it would be pretty much any record. And that was it Capitol Records or whatever he was on in that era.
Yeah, Tough Gong.
Yeah, that the Tough Gong stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Aaron says Marley didn't make a bad record, but Aaron is a huge reggae guy. So
Yeah, see, I'm not a huge reggae guy, but I love Bob Marley's records, man.
Huh.
And I like some of the old Peter Tosh stuff too. Not much, but not as much as the Marley shit.
well, I think
You know what? Actually, I do have one more sitting here, and this best of is another one of the best.
Bob Marley was a friend of Clapton, right?
I don't know. He might have been.
One of the best ofs ever. We're talking 50 songs on this 2-disc set. And that is Pioneers Who Got Scalped. This is the best of Devo.
Oh yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah.
I mean, there is
But Devo, see those
fucking songs on there.
that fucking CD that you have in your hand is probably it's probably not a best of. It's probably their anthology.
You know what? The anthology.
I was gonna say it's probably like the first 3 records because that's all you really need from Devo. Well, first record I like a lot. We Are Not Men, or Are We Not Men? And I actually like
For the Future. All that stuff.
Whip It and stuff on it. We were talking to Jason McMaster last week from Dangerous Toys.
Yeah, I watched that.
Devo. It always reminds me of them opening on Halloween night. They opened a show dressed as Devo and played Uncontrollable Urge. It's the only time they ever played it. It was fucking awesome.
Well, this has been
White jumpsuits, and they even had the real red hats, dude.
really.
You can find it. It's October 30th, 1993 on YouTube. The whole show's up there. I've actually found it this week and sent it to Jason.
Oh, that's cool. Well, this has been an interesting topic, I think.
I think this was awesome, man.
That was a fun topic.
I'm really happy that I fucking pissed Vance off. I'm only kidding.
Well,
You know what I noticed? None of us picked a fucking metal band at all.
I think that's because we're so enthralled with albums instead of tracks when it comes to metals. You know, metal bands is more to me about the albums than it is in specific songs. If that
I agree, and I thought about that too when I'm putting my list together, and that's the same thing I kind of come up with.
Yeah,
it's more about.
I mean, there is. I mean, you could do like we said, Metallica. I mean, in all reality, you can, if you wanted to, you could do a best of the first 4 records on a 2-disc set.
You could do the same with if we were to pick a metal band, okay, one for us to close it with, Def Leppard.
Megadeth.
Ooh, okay.
I agree with Megadeth, and I agree a little bit with Def Leppard.
I love Megadeth. Don't get me wrong, but the average rock or metal listener would not appreciate Megadeth's back deep catalog. You know what I'm saying? Deep tracks.
Megadeth's always been weird to me. I dug the first 4, and I kind of just lost it after that. I wasn't interested with them after that, and that's when they kind of took off. You know what I mean?
That's funny, man. Because I like the first album. I just thought was okay. I thought the production was terrible. Peace Sells I loved.
That's their best album to me.
Yeah. The next record, I remember the buzz for that record, and then it came out, and I just thought, well, it's not Peace Sells, but it's not terrible.
Right.
And then it grew on me.
It was that album, So Far So Good, was kind of in between the first one and the second one.
Yeah. Dude, So Far So Good, So What was an okay album to me.
Yeah.
And then when they did Euthanasia, I fucking loved that record. And when they did the one after that, Cryptic Writings, is probably top 3 Megadeth records for me.
Wow.
It's such a great record, but it's not a thrash, it's not a heavy thrash album, but it's a fucking great record. The production on it was amazing, and I thought the songs were great. But then they did that Risk, and that was fucking brutal.
Yeah. After the first 3, I totally lose,
Yeah,
see,
that's like Leopard, the EP and the first 3.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And then,
I can see that.
Yeah, totally.
So,
and I don't even know what I would pick off anything after that. You know what I mean? Hysteria has its moments, and it is what it is. It was a huge album and blah blah blah.
That I hated when it first came out.
Yeah, same with me.
Did you hate it when you first came out? Because I'll tell you right now, the first single was Women. And I remember MTV had the big fucking premiere, big Def Leppard's coming back, yada, yada, yada. 11 o'clock tonight. They showed the video. I sat there and went, what the fuck is that?
Right. Yeah.
Did you do the same thing?
Yeah. It was like a pop band. You know what I mean? But from that album on, I don't even know what I could name song-wise.
Especially the last decade. I know they've had maybe 2 studio albums, like 2 real new studio albums in the last 10 years.
You know what? I didn't think of this.
Album.
But here's one. And I actually got the vinyl for this one. This fucking band right here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I look at the first GNR as the
greatest hits.
Yeah. The first album is all you need by them. I think.
Me too.
Well, I do like what was the one after the first album? The freaking EP.
Lies.
Yeah.
Lies. Yeah. I like Lies.
That's true.
I like the acoustic tracks on there, except for Patience. I don't care if I ever hear that song again.
Yeah,
I agree with that.
It got overplayed.
Yep.
Yeah, after that, I mean, well, hell, they only had, 2 after that anyways.
Well, the
Chinese
Illusion albums and Spaghetti Incident.
Oh, I forgot. Well, that's an EP, right?
No, that's a full length.
That's a full length, yeah.
Is it? Isn't that covers or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that
was the
that's really not.
We're out of here, so we're just going to do a covers album, so we don't have this label anymore.
And that Chinese Democracy has to be the biggest hoax ever pulled on metal fans or music fans. But
yeah,
it was hard to pick metal bands.
I never
is.
I don't think I've ever listened to that Guns N' Roses record, the last one.
I picked it up. I found it somewhere on sale for like literally, I think it was Best Buy for
On
like
vinyl.
yeah, for like
I know.
$3 or $4.
I remember seeing they had, I think if I'm not mistaken, they had the exclusive to the release.
Yeah, and there was shit tons of them.
And they had a ton of vinyl. Yeah, I never even picked up the $3 one, dude. I was just like, I have no desire to hear it.
I think I listened to played it through once, and it was like, okay.
Metal.
Which one isn't too bad, man? Have you guys ever listened to it was Duff McKagan's first solo record, like
Oh yeah,
Loaded or something like that?
No, Believe in Me.
Is it Believe in Me?
The one on Geffen from like 91.
No, later than that.
Oh, then Loaded. Loaded was the band he did probably about 10 years ago now.
Yeah.
That was good.
That's actually not a bad record, man.
Yeah, that's all right. But I always liked who was in. Remember the Neurotic Outsiders with Steve Jones?
No.
I don't remember that one.
I thought somebody from Guns N' Roses was in that band too.
Wouldn't surprise me.
I think it was Duff.
He's had a ton of shit since.
If you ever, yeah, dude, I think it was on Atlantic, maybe.
Mhm.
Look for Neurotic Outsiders. I think that's the name of the band. It's like a purple album cover or violet album cover with a baby on it, if I'm not mistaken. That fucking album kicks ass, dude. It's Steve Jones from the Sex Pistols. I think Duff McKagan and a couple other guys, and it's like straightforward rock and punk. Matter of fact, the first single is called Nasty Ho. It's about some fucking street urchin out in California picked up.
Yeah. Now that you mentioned Guns N' Roses and all that, a semi-metal band that I would put on this list would be Hanoi Rocks.
I don't even think they have full greatest hits, honestly. Because I mean, personally, because I'm not 100% that familiar. They weren't. I remember as a kid hearing so much about Hanoi Rocks, but never hearing them.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Well, they kind of got, shit canned so quick before they were getting ready to take off. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well,
But-
I mean, they got. What do you mean? They got.
When Razzle got killed,
Oh, is
they
that
were
what-
done. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I always consider that band the beginning of that slutty, trashy metal. You know,
Absolutely, man. They influenced.
Cat and all that stuff. They were the seed of that. You know,
Yeah.
what I mean?
They
Like
were
I have-
ground zero for all that shit.
I have the Hanoi Rocks box set from like 30 years ago now. It's like a long box. It's all their albums in there.
Wow.
It's like I ran through it once or twice, and I don't even think I ran through the whole thing. It's just nothing was on there that really hit me. I mean,
The thing with them, they weren't quite hard enough. Weren't
Yeah,
quite
that's
heavy
what I
enough.
thought. But I liked Michael Monroe's solo shit afterwards.
Oh hell yeah,
Yeah.
that album's great. All right, man, we're like almost 2.5 hours. We gotta wrap it up. But before we go, we all gotta give a big rest in peace to Squiggy.
Yeah, Squiggy died.
I just watched the American Bandstand. It was Lenny and the Squigtones.
Oh man,
I just watched that too.
You saw who's playing guitar for him, right?
it was Nigel.
Probably didn't notice.
Who?
It was the one with Dick Clark, right?
Yeah, but if you look who's playing guitar right behind Lenny, it's fucking Nigel Tufnell.
Yeah,
Oh, really?
yeah. I think he's
I'll have to watch it again
I
now.
think that's his name on the album, isn't it?
that's him right here.
Yeah, Nigel Tufnell.
Yeah, that's him. Yeah. Huh. I'm gonna have to watch it again now.
And Peter Criss on drums.
It looks like him. Though.
It does, man.
That's what I thought when I first bought it. I was like, wow, that guy really looks like Pete.
But man, those two were the reason. I don't know about you guys. When I was a kid, I watched Laverne and Shirley.
For Lenny Twiggy.
Oh fucking
And for
hey, man.
Carmine. I like Carmine too. Big White Goo.
Somebody on YouTube shared it. Somebody had went and taken all their entrances. Like when the girls would be talking about
Hello.
something shitty, and they'd come busting through the door. It's like 15 minutes long of all them. Hello.
She'd be like, yeah, what? She'd be like, what kind of hell could bring us today?
Right.
Hello? He always opens the door.
Those
I
guys
just
were
watched
awesome.
because of this, I just watched an interview with Lenny, and he was talking about how they were actually in a band together way before any of all this happened.
Really?
Yeah, they started off in a band, and he was talking about how they opened for who was it? But it was a completely like clash of genre. It was like, and that's when they decided they will only do headline acts from that day forward, and that's why they never made it big. But yeah, they started off doing music together in a band.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah, before any Laverne and Shirley and all that.
And before the pandemic, there was a fucking Spinal Tap tour about ready to be announced.
Really?
They were going to go out and play.
Huh.
That's cool. I don't know if I need to see them live.
Oh, I
They're
think it'd be fun. I think it'd be fun to go. Yeah.
Great movie. I like the soundtrack. But
You know what? If they did that, there'd be special guests, man.
Well, no, they. You know what they do? A lot of comedy during the show. I mean, they play the whole fucking soundtrack, but they do a lot of banter, and then the opening band is always them too. It's the what are they called? That band from the folk.
Did they ever actually tour before?
Yeah.
Did they?
Yep.
It wasn't until later, right? Like in
they toured in '84.
Really? When the movie was out.
Yep. They did a few shows. There's a few.
This is what I can't remember. Did they do the movie first, or did they release the record first?
No, they did the movie first.
Okay.
All of it came out together, like the movie and the soundtrack.
When did they get back together?
90.
Put out this. Is that what it was? Okay.
Yeah.
What was that album? Break Like the Wind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I remember they toured for that, right?
Yep. I saw them on that tour at the Tower Theater with Johnny Dickinson. I mean, Johnny D.
Holy crap.
Johnny Dickinson's my other buddy.
All right, guys, we got to get out of here.
All right.
Thanks, Laz. Thanks for coming on. This has been fun.
Hey, thanks for coming on, guys.
Got Vance stirred up.
He'll forgive me because he knows that I'm only telling the truth when I say stuff like this.
It's all music.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Thanks, everybody.
I said fucking Zeppelin's first album's one of the greatest debuts ever. What more do you want?
Every song, every album, just like the Beatles, is perfection.
Yeah. Okay, you're absolutely right. You just changed my mind, right?
And you know what? Go listen to some fucking Rush, George.
Yeah. Right. I got one word. No.
That's like politics. If somebody starts talking to you about politics that you're on the opposite side of, I always go, you know what? You're right. That 30-second diatribe you just gave me changed my mind. I'm a Republican now. That pisses them off more than arguing with them.
All right.
So that's a little trick for you. They'll just walk away.
Well, thanks everybody for watching. Everybody commented.
Yeah, man. We'll be back. I guess our next episode will be next week. It'll be our Christmas one then we'll be off for a couple weeks.
Yeah, then we'll start season 3, I guess.
Well, we always say we'll be off for a couple weeks, and then Greeno we'll be off for that week in between Christmas and be like, yeah, let's just get on. So that might happen tut. So
let me text somebody, see who can get on with it.
Yeah, as of right now, I think our next one will be our Christmas episode. So.
Sounds good.
Right on.
All right, guys.
We'll do a free for all maybe that night. We'll schedule people to come in and do
that. May be fun.
Yeah, every 20 minutes or something.
Van said, "Look at your phone. Look at your phone, dickhead."
What'd he send me? It says, "Call me when you are done, young man. We need to have a discussion."
Someone's in trouble.
Then it's got a picture of a micro penis. Wait, let me. Oh, that's Vance. Okay. I wouldn't have sent that micro penis pic, dude.
All right, guys.
Strong move.
All right.
Later.
Have a good night, guys.
Everybody, we'll see y'all next time, and stay safe because it's starting to. The virus is starting.
Hey, Scott.
Oh, Scott, you just got here.
Hey,
you have to go back and watch everything.
Look at this picture of flexing. He looks like he's gonna bust that fucking record in half.
You better go back and watch all this because Laz was giving your boys.
Came in. He's like, "What's up, guys? Have a good night. I'm out of here."
Later, man.
That's a big self-push. All right, let's get out of here.
All right.
We'll see y'all next time for episode 11.
Later.
Peace.
Peace.